back. New title screen. Intermission time. But first, our usual after chapter stuff, where we talk to literally everybody. And likely read the next issue of the Tyrell Times. Anyway. Let's continue talking, everybody. I can go home anyway, unless I want to deal with her. I ain't got anything left on me. What am I supposed to do? Can you just leave me alone, you pricks? He really could stand to be a bit more honest with himself. Hey, word of advice. Don't touch my car if you want to keep your kneecaps. Adios alive. You're glaring at him just like he kicked a puppy. I mean, if he damages that car, he might as well have. Goodness, who could have imagined he'd find himself with Judith? As a fan of both, I'm rather conflicted. Judith has this charismatic aura about her, and then Maxim is just a total charmer. But together? I just don't see it myself. It seems the rumors are making the rounds already. What? So far we have a good pace. There might be a lot of people with only a single bit of dialogue. It's been quite some time since I sat down and had lunch at Montmar. I grew up together with Paulette and my husband right here in Old Town. So seeing Sheena and Mark have fun together makes me a bit nostalgic for my own younger days. I was thinking I'd take it easy with the wife today. Hope Hawker's holding up okay at work. He should be home soon, but the man's a workaholic through and through. Who knows what he's dealing with over there? Been taking care of himself and his kid ever since the divorce, though. Feels like a wake-up call for him. You just can't get enough of Zeros. They're still outside playing with the other kids. I hope that's not a problem, Katra. Oh no, it's perfectly fine. I'm sure I'll get some interesting data for the trouble. I don't believe Zeros has interacted with a group of children at once before. It's always good to broaden his horizons like that. I see. I'm glad she's being helpful at any rate. Theo's always helped me out too, so we'll have to reward them later. Oh, well, thank you very much. And I have no idea how to approach her. She has quite the presence, doesn't she? No drone can quite match her. Yume should be home soon, but time flies when she's having fun. I wouldn't be surprised if she runs a little late. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course.
What'll it be, hun? See you again.
Nothing new. Oh, hey. I did train at a restaurant, for the record. I'm not self-taught. Just racked up a lot of experience over the years. I don't want to force this on Paulette and Yume, though. I figure I'll change it up when I retire. Remodel into something they might like more. A cafe, maybe. Consider this advance notice. When that time comes, I'm gonna need a certain slacker upstairs to pitch in. You're really gonna try and stick that on my rent? Depends, of course. Have mercy on my wallet, I beg you. I didn't realize he actually had savings. Hopefully he can keep them. And is the type who lives for his hobbies. If his rent gets raised... Not enough money for hobbies. Yo, helping out in the kitchen today? Yep. Said and Anya's handled the office work, so I figured I'd cover the kitchen. It's nice to learn more about Western-style cuisine while I'm at it. Right now, they have me doing garnishes and stuff. Starting simple, of course. Quick learner, huh? Boss can be pretty strict about it, though, so be careful. Well, I used to help Umi a lot back home. Though all I ever made was rations, feels like. I want to get good at Western cooking so that I can go back home and make something really nice for everyone. Thinking back, there was just so much new stuff I had to get used to when I came to the city. But I think I got my head wrapped around now. Even the cooking's really cool. We should probably flip our party around just to get what everyone's idle in the area dialogue is. But it looks like we'd also have to find Aaron. Aaron may not even be in this area of town. He might be completely somewhere else. Let's see. Speak up, Missy. You want me to teach? Was that it? Yes, please. I'm looking for a guest teacher for their history lessons, and I think you'd make a wonderful lecturer. All the other elders in the neighborhood directed me to you. They said you would be best for the job. Those backstabbing little... Look, I ain't some show pony you can parade around and keep kids busy. Leave me alone, damn it. No, that's not what I meant. I mean, what's the harm anyway? What's the harm? What's the harm? Ask my privacy. You seem quite animated today. Sigh. Just ignore him. We don't need to hit up Gin's shop right now anyway. We probably should, though. Why don't you do something about it, Van? Oh, have a heart, Grandma. Just tell him some stories from back in the day or something. You like watching me suffer, don't you? Keep laughing. I ain't selling you candy no more. I can't help but feel like they secretly don't mind each other. Vitriol is a funny thing.
Quit dawdling and buy something.
Dark grape candy. We have overlapping music. Herald Times issue 6. Terror strike Basil. Professor's found among the dead.
Come back
You
soon.
mean Professor? I'm pretty sure only one of them died, right? And we know which one. If you ever need guidance or anything at all, then please reach out to me. I'll help as best I can. Okay.
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
What's up? You really turned over a new leaf. The other day, she was looking out her window with some binoculars and just taking in the sights. I can't thank you enough, Katra. You really helped her out. No need to thank me. I'm just happy to see her so interested in my work. As you should be. I hope this helps bring her out of her shell, if only a little bit. I hope this is bringing her out of her shell a little bit. Feel free to drop by any time, sir. We have a lot of money, so
know what you want?
we'll finally buy this Fortitude droplet off of him. And get our money back from
I
Sepik.
hope to see you again.
Sweet.
Do you know what you want?
Examining. Wait, what was that? Leopard strap. Evasion 20. Or the cat strap, machi strap, machette strap, and bunny strap. Crit 10, arts evasion 10, and regular evasion 10. Interesting.
I hope to see you again.
20% evasion's pretty good. Don't have anything else like that yet. These materials, orbital system, what's all this for? Art tech is one thing, but look at this! An honest goodness neck in front of my very eyes. This is so exciting. Ah, why is my nose bleeding? Whoa, easy there. Don't get too worked up now. Well, would you be interested in taking a look at Theo and Zeros, perhaps? I wouldn't mind. Really? Sure, I imagine I'll be dropping by the store often anyway. Works with mechs and he's attractive? Hey, Dios, give me strength. I admire your enthusiasm, but I implore you to mind your health. Russian. Oh, this is it. Everything's going right. No, not yet. Not until we get to explore every nook and cranny of those beautiful machines. That's a spirit, kiddo.
Ask me anything. Really.
I do not know if we had enough to afford another upgrade yet. The answer is no. We need a lot more fire and wind.
Come again. If you want.
Let's go over here. We need to get our daily, or I guess it'd be, I forget, is bi-weekly, it can be considered like twice a week or once every other week, right? I think that's how it works. So our bi-weekly, soak at the, hot tub here. Apparently there's an achievement for that or something. Oh no, it's in like the EX section. But really, he tried putting his slimy fingers on Judith. Judith! That filthy little horn dog. How dare he dash my hopes and dreams like that? Just bastard! What's he on about? It's me. Just leave him be, I guess. Everybody knows except for the party. And what is Muriel doing here? Phew, looking good. Still gotta work on my stomach a bit, though. Van? What are you guys doing here? Oh, right. She did say her office was around here. I, kind of forgot. Dingo, I take it. We're just above the Montmar Bistro. Don't give her your address. You mean the same place Dingo treated me to? Huh, I had no idea. Are you here for business or for pleasure, Miss Aime? I don't know how that's pronounced, and I think that's the first time we've heard her last name. Or maybe you're here for a little bat date with Dingo. No way, I'm alone. I'm alone. Public bass? Ah, is that what this is? Yep, and I'm over in Basel. So the other day, I got my first scoop on the job. Well, kinda. I asked Dingo for a little bonus for my work, and he ended up treating me to lunch. He went off to do his own stuff afterward, but not before recommending the public baths to me. I didn't realize he had a sauna, too. He might just have made a regular out of me. Right? Place rules. You had a good eye and good taste, young lass. On the subject, are there supposed to be these milk bottles strewn about the place? Yeah, about that. I won a lifetime supply of fruit au lait the other day. I didn't think it actually meant lifetime. It just keeps coming and coming. I finish a pallet and another pops up at my door. So how about I give you some? At least not want that. Trust me, I couldn't drink them all if I tried. My poor aching stomach. You don't have to drink them all. Well, thank you very much. Would you like some as well, Catherine? Is that alright? And I'm curious, I haven't had fruit au lait before. Fruit au lait. Yeah, according to Dingo, she's just stupid lucky. Mr. Brad would be correct, evidently. I don't think I've seen you here before. Are you a new assistant of his? Yes, I'm on a temporary assignment here. My name is Catra Silesian. He's still learning the ropes. I'm thinking about putting him in charge of all our IT and engineering stuff. I see. You've been building up quite the little crew here, haven't you? Funny how young they look, but hey, that's none of my business. If Van does something sketch, you do me a favor and sock it to him, alrighty? Did the need arise? You're all conniving little snots and I hate you. Chris is paramount here at Arkwright Solutions. Phew, been a while since I got some time off. I'll rest for a bit and head on home. Actually, I remember Dingo saying he wanted to go out for drinks sometime. Maybe he's free tonight? I'll hit him up and see what he's up to. Sly bastard, the guy. I'm not sure you're one to talk, Van, with all due respect. So. Hey, Van. Do my eyes deceive me, or do I see you made yet another new friend? And a pretty one at that. Say, since you're here, why don't you hop in for a little dip? Guaranteed you love it here. This place is real nice. Got a legit sauna and everything. I can show you how to get the most out of it if you're game. I'm good, thanks. I just had a shower this morning, so it's a bit soon to wash up again. Don't let me stop you, though. Unless you want to take a bath, go ahead. I don't mind waiting. Sure, shame. I was looking forward to inducting you as an honorary sauna sage. Oh, what? I don't know if I like the sound of that. According to him, a sauna sage is someone with an enlightened appreciation for saunas or something like that. It's supposedly a practice born in Rimaferia, where saunas originate from. Man, knock it off. I know you mean well, but don't go making my potential future customers uncomfortable. Anyway, if you're ever interested in giving this place a try, new guy, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Right, thanks. Maybe I will sometime. But I know what's supposed to happen in these sorts of places. What is that supposed to mean? Relax to the max, that's our motto. If you ever need to unwind, drop on by and have a soak. Oh, so that orbital drone thing of yours, I wonder if we could, advertise it, get people to come see it. Tell you what, you lend it to us for the day and I'll lend the bath to you the whole day, free of charge. A naughty little girl, aren't you? Where are you with a free day pass, though? He's caught him hook, line, and sinker. I worry for him sometimes.
Welcome to Laguna!
Want your mirror for a dip? Babe. I think I'll pass on it for now. I'll just relax out here if that's okay. If you're sure. Would have been nice to have you, but alright. See you in a bit. Hey, I got an idea. Want to try a reserved private bath instead? It's pretty small, but it still comes with the sauna. You interested? How did you know It's Edith. You meet all kinds of people here with different needs and comfort levels. Grandpa and the others built it to cater to people who might prefer to soak alone, whether it's out of custom or whatever. What do you say? You in? I would actually like that. Thank you. I'll take you up on that offer. Be shy. High-speed mode activate.
This is perfect.
This might be a little too toasty.
It's so nice and warm in here.
Sus.
That was nice and refreshing. Make sure you don't catch a cold. Hey.
I'm happy to see Curtis is studying well. I'd expect no less from my son. I'm sure he'll pass Aramis's entrance exam with flying colors. And my husband's finally gotten his lazy bum to work too. Oh, I'm just over the moon. Oh, this family is coming together after the chaos of last time. On focus. Okay, equation here. That cancels it out, so the proof is like that. Yes, that's the answer. Well, that's left us to prove it. Right, that's the head of pace. My pace, too. Lightheaded. Worth it, though. Yeah, no one can get lightheaded just from studying. It's an incredible focus. It does happen. Hyperfocusing can leave you faint if you're not careful. It's got spirit. Maybe a bit too much spirit. Not my place to micromanage him, though. And he's working on his studies, so he's actually succeeding where he was having issues before. Cool. Character advancement for the NPCs. Sometimes they play messenger between some of the other chapels in the city. Every time I visit one, I can't help but feeling self-conscious about all my shortcomings and my own vices. I need to learn to be as devout as the other sisters.
The goddess of the sky is always
Oh, Bishop
watching
Watson.
over us.
So nice to see you. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? I happen to be in the neighborhood on business, so I thought I'd stop by. You look like you've kept well, old friend. Yes, I have, yes. I only hope Bishop Orwell is staying healthy himself. But this isn't the best place to converse, I believe. Let's retreat to my office. I've developed somewhat of a sweet tooth in my old age. Would you like a piece of this castella I just baked? Never cease to surprise. Sure, I'll indulge. Bishop Watson and I go back to our training days at the Grand Cathedral. He's still as busy as ever, from what I've heard. Word has it, he's serving as Bishop Orwell's assistant on quite the momentous assignment. Not much to talk about these days. Come, let me prepare some tea and castella for you. I'm no match for you, I'm afraid. Our clergymen are wonderful, wise beyond their years. The Grand Cathedral's in good hands. You should really drop by sometime. I'm sure Bishop Orwell will be delighted to see you. Normal conversation. Chillin'. Ah, you're the Spriggan, right? Sometimes I struggle to carry on. I just don't know if this is the right thing to do. No matter how well my music sells, how much my audience intrigues me. Only I could just... No, I can't. This is the way it has to be. He's much on his mind from the sounds of it. Indeed, but it doesn't sound like he wants to talk to us about it. All got our problems. Best not stick our noses where they don't belong. Unless I put up a 4 SPG. Is this really alright?
Kids are always so
Hey, Zeros. Just along for the ride, is he? Hey, come on, line up if you want to give head pats. Don't pet him all at once or he'll get tired. One at a time, okay? Well, I appreciate your concern, but he doesn't exactly get tired like a real dog would. That said, it's important to treat him with care. Yeah, my thanks. I am the landlady, after all. Aw, she's imitating your mom. Doesn't really have the presents for it yet, but no need to rain on her parade. Don't worry, I'll take good care of Zeros for you. Good luck at work, everyone.
Okay.
We're taking turns giving the head pats. When Sheena's turn came, she got really excited and kind of freaked out. I've never seen her like that before. Wow, this is so cool. Can I really play with them? Hey, not fair, you mate. Why didn't you tell me sooner? He's getting himself all worked up, sounds like. Just can't handle himself. I wasn't expecting my assistants to prove so popular with children. Not that I mind.
Indeed.
Oh, I almost forgot. Dad's coming back from his big trip today. I'm gonna tell him all about Saros when he gets back. A robot dog, you say? Oh my goodness, it's cool, right? It's so cute. Wait, cute what? Always wanted to become a witch. And what's a witch without a familiar? Oh, this pupper's just perfect. Strong, clever, and loyal, too. I think she's broken. Hey, come on, let me have a turn. I want to pet the dog, too. He's having fun. Oh, I can't stand the cuteness. It'd be nice to have a fluffier one, but this'll do just fine. Harry to Sheena, are you listening? No. He's too busy fantasizing about stuff. Hey, kitty. What you doing up there? Huh. At the... Ah, territorial. I see. Seems awfully hostile towards Zeros. He exudes this aura. Not sure how to put it. His fur's all puffed out like he's trying to make himself look bigger. Does he think Zeros is some kind of threat? Yep. Got catitude. Being the head honcho, he feels the need to scare people out of his turf. Scary kitty. Ah, there's Aaron. I was sticking around with nothing to do when Paulette asked me to run an errand for her. Didn't feel like it, but there was something I wanted to grab to, and it makes me look good, I guess. You know, this place has a pretty good lineup. I'm really impressed. Maybe I'll pick up a little something for Sin now that he's better. Acid is gonna drop by for the festival. He brings the rest of those jackoffs along, and this place got real noisy real fast. What's up? I heard Eddie left that gang he was roaming around with. That's good. That's a good start. But he's still drinking around with Adios knows where. What is that boy up to? Next time I see him, I'm gonna screw that head of his back on straight. Doesn't really motivate him to come home, does it? Not much you can do but be an ear for the troubles.
Looking is always free, you know. Come back for more anytime.
Alright. A couple more people to talk to, and then we can just look at the Tyrell Times. I managed to get some time off. Shocking, I know. I've racked up a lot of overtime lately, so I had some leverage. They're gonna use Jess's song as the opening for EGC this year. And about Sets It in Stone, he's the next big star of the music world. He's my little brother's best friend. He's stoic, he's reclusive, it's a bit awkward, but he's an incredible talent for music. I almost see him as more than a friend, like something bigger. Thought I've been bottling up my feelings for him for so long, my heart is aching. Is it just not meant to be? Now there's an unfortunate fact about Jess, but we cannot tell you. Jess is really rising up the ranks. I'm really happy for him, but I'm down here. My feelings for him are only getting stronger. Will he leave me behind? I've been bottling up my feelings for him for so long. My heart is aching. Is it just not meant to be? And we're out.
Say,
So, this is his first big gig at the end of the year, and then his new album comes out right after. So he's asked me to draw the cover jacket. But I don't know if I can pull it off. His music is some really emotional, profound stuff. No bad thoughts. I can do this. If everyone knows Jess and his style, it's his child. If anyone knows Jess and his style, it's his childhood buddy.
Say, why not take some flowers with you?
Nothing new.
I hope I see you again.
Alright. What's this? Oh, Sauna visited. Another vitality droplet. Right in the van. Books. Tyrell Times, issue 6. Okay. This is a long one. 12 pages. Society. Explosive spread of terrorism in Basel. University professor found dead. The full picture of the destructive outcome of the large-scale simultaneous terror attack on Basel and Anchorville, which occurred on October 24th, is becoming clearer and clearer since the presidential executive order was lifted. As soon as the order was lifted, the Bern Company and Basel authorities released statements regarding the damage and the road to recovery. According to the reports, infrastructure installations, such as the generators and communication networks damaged in the attacks, are more or less back up and running. However, several factors hit by the attacks have not yet been able to resume operation. Perhaps most shocking was the announcement of the death of David Callahan, professor of engineering science at the Basel Institute of Science. He was known for making great contributions to the development of weaponry for the Republican Army under the previous administration, and many government officials were unable to hide their shock at his death. It was easy to see the influence Professor Callahan had during his life from the large number of officials from the previous presidential administration or Republican Party who attended his funeral services. Senator Polanski of the Republican Party said of him, he took a different approach to things than Professor Hamilton in his contributions to the technological advancement of the Republic, and those contributions have formed the very basis for our country's modern heavy industries. Professor Callahan's body was found on the outskirts of town, and the cause of death given was drowning, making some speculate that he was targeted personally for a cause unrelated to the terrorist attacks. One must wonder if his research, which we will discuss later in the article, was the reason he was targeted. We can only hope that the authorities uncover the truth and release a full statement quickly. Before his death, Professor Callahan was researching a revolutionary new method for energy extraction. the cover-up. Parts of this project are now being carried on by Professor Jan Cronkite, one of Professor Callahan's colleagues at the Institute, as well as Professor Latoya Hamilton, who is temporarily back in the country. It appears that stock prices for the Vern Company, which had fallen temporarily due to the terrorist attack, have begun to rise again thanks to the progress on this research. Some believe this special research may have caused Professor Callahan to be caught up in this incident. However, the authorities and Institute have said nothing about any possible link. Anchorville, which was hit at the same time as Basel with terrorist bombings and arson, saw immense damage to its transit and logistics infrastructure. Repair efforts are still ongoing. Government officials are speculating that the Anchorville attack was merely a distraction to draw eyes away from the main attack in Basel. Incidentally, the A10 News Network, a local Anchorville media company, was also hit by arson during the attack, and several of their reporters were seriously injured. Despite being damaged as part of the attack, the A10 News Network was the first outlet to report on it, garnering praise from many who were impressed by the dedication of their reporters. We here at the Tyrell Times have the utmost respect for their dedication as fellow news media presenters, and we pray for their swift recovery. Special, an interview with Professor Hamilton, currently visiting Calvert. We're here with Professor Latoya Hamilton, known as the mother of the Orbital Revolution in the Republic. It has been 3 long years since Professor Hamilton was last in Calvert, due to her involvement in on-site surveys of the environmental phenomena plaguing the eastern part of the continent. The Tyrell Times was able to arrange for a quick interview while she was here. We hope to get her unique perspective on the current technological developments as well as her outlook for the future. What do you think of the rapid technological development have been seeing in these last few years, LH? We've seen extremely rapid progress, especially in the field of information technology compared to back when I was an advisor at the Burton Company. I believe information and computing technology will be especially beneficial to our lives and could aid with things such as the development of remote locations. On the other hand, the speed we're developing, I think at some point technology will begin to control us rather than the other way around. To safely sustain rapid growth like this, we have to ensure that we truly understand the new technology and are keeping it under our control. One could say it's dangerous to base our thinking about the new technological developments on their pace alone. How do you think orbital technology will evolve in the future? LH. Looking at the current trends, I think we'll see more automation of machinery, but these are some long answers. But the development that will change the world would be the creation of a global-scale orbital network. At the moment, orbital networks are concentrated mainly in major developed cities. However, we're seeing more and more cities being added to the network, and connected cities are actively communicating with each other. In theory, if we are able to set up a network of relay airships to create an international standard for orbital waves, we can see a future where we could connect to the orbital network from anywhere at any time. If we could do that, people from all over the world, including those who have been excluded from the current advances in technology, will be able to enjoy all the benefits of our information age equally. Of course, while we look forward to this future, we can't forget that it will also bring the risks inherent in new technologies to a global scale. Q. What have you found regarding the environmental issues in the eastern part of the continent? LH. Well, first of all, it's an ongoing investigation, but if everything goes according to plan, I'll be returning there sometime this year. Though the root cause is still unclear, the desertification of the eastern part of the continent is due to the septium veins in the area drying up. We need to keep in mind that it's completely different from natural environment formations like deserts of the Central East. We also can't forget that there are still people in various cultures living in the East. It pains my heart that they are living their lives in fear, witnessing the desertification claim more and more of their land. We need to throw all the wisdom and technology we have at this realm to protect the future of not only those in the East, but the people of the West as well. Isn't the whole desertification thing due to the salt pail? Is the salt pails like confidential, like church information, pretty much? I think it was mentioned like it was like a confidential report in Trails in the Sky the Third. Like one of the doors was basically the report on the salt pail. Anyway, Q. What do you see in the future for the Institute of Science and the Vern Company? LH. I think at the moment many of us are overwhelmed with the sorrow at the sudden passing of Professor Callahan. I am quite distraught that I was out of the country unable to respond in time to this incident. However, seeing how fast our professors and students are able to get back on their feet after this loss has made me realize everyone has grown stronger since I was last there. I will of course be making myself available while I am here for a consultation to aid in the recovery efforts. I believe that going forward, if we band together and cultivate our wisdom and personal convictions, that we will be able to overcome any hurdle that faces us. And with that, this concludes our interview with Professor Latoya Hamilton. Entertainment. Lexell Talent Agency voices protest. The Lexell Talent Agency, home of famed actress Judith Lanster, issued a strong statement of protest against the gossip magazine BuzzRater, including language indicating they were considering a lawsuit. The cause of this protest was a scandalous article in BuzzRater regarding Judith Lanster and famous Z1 racer Maxim Red Comet Lugan. In response, Lexell clearly denied any relationship between Miss Lanster and Mr. Lugan, issuing the aforementioned statement of protest and inviting a meeting between the two companies' legal counsels. BuzzRater has made countless headlines with flagrant disregard for the privacy of celebrities, acting as the worst kind of paparazzi and publishing unsubstantiated claims in their sensationalist articles. However, it appears this time that BuzzRater has awoken the proverbial lion by crossing the Lexell Talent Agency. Lexell has powerful connections all across the movie and fashion industries and could be said to be on a completely different level from BuzzRater. It seems this time the gossip magazine has finally bitten off more than they can chew. Economy. Financial gurus speak to young investors. Though he is known as the financial guru for running one of the top 5 financial institutions in America and showing consistent results from year to year, CEO Walter Huckberry seems content to live out a simple life in Edith's Old Town. We remember the interviewing Huck. Anyway, where he was born and raised, residents there are quite fond of his haughty attitude. Recently, he's begun sounding the alarm for the rising generation of young investors, warning them of the dangers that they face using his tried and true Huckberry philosophy. This self-made philosophy is one of solid, steady growth, so he's seen some danger in the way of certain young investors, spurred on by the current unprecedented financial boom, are throwing their money haphazardly at any new and attractive venture. Through the years, he has taken the time to investigate his ventures, investing in those that may not have had the biggest dividends in the short term, but have had solid prospects that paid off in the long run. The success of his company is proof of the proverb, slow and steady wins the race. Mr. Huckberry describes young investors who gamble on every venture they see as being swept along by the current while missing their chance to climb up on the shore. He added that investors need to be able to read the flow of the economy and use it as a guideline rather than allowing it to swallow them up. Exactly the kind of advice the financial world has come to expect from its wise sage. It is clear that the boom of new industries and financial growth in Calvert is going to continue, so young investors would be wise to keep the guru's advice tucked away in their hearts. Just who knows what new paths it may reveal to you. So, Wall Street bets exists in this universe? Okay. Anyway, advertisement. Grand opening of the Weston Department Store's rooftop terrace. Yay, they finally opened that top floor. A brand new way to relax has been unveiled at Edith's Weston Department Store. After a large-scale renovation, we are pleased to announce that our massive rooftop space has now been converted into a relaxing park where shoppers can enjoy a majestic view and a refreshing rooftop breeze. Want to get off your feet for a bit in the middle of your shopping? Why not relax while watching the hustle and bustle of the street below? The terrace also includes a restaurant, the perfect place to refresh yourself and enjoy a quick bite to eat. We also have plans to set up a small stage area on the wide rooftop where visitors can enjoy performances by entertainers and musicians. And that's just one of our many plans for the rooftop space. Everyone should keep their eyes on it to see what's coming up. Next time you're at Weston Department Store, make sure you swing by our new rooftop space. Awesome. I want to forget this.
Love me a sugar rush.
Do I have to be low on HP? Oh. We already have Frutolay. I didn't see that. Wait a minute. We did check this shop,
why
right?
Not take hope I see you again?
Oh, there's so many places to go. Oh, we can even go into the Blacklight District. I'm going to check the Memorial
Let's do
Park
this.
first. Just in case there's anything here, but I don't think there is. Have you heard this song here before? Out of curiosity, enemies are still... Yeah.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Easy peasy. Well, we all need to be here. Okay, so what do we do? Do we investigate all the places that aren't marked? The answer is yes.
Let's be on our way.
Ooh, we can check the
I know.
we can check the shop's rooftop. Nothing.
I know the guild
What's up?
Thank you for
Our rooftop terrace is finally open. It's part of Administrator Wesley's plan to keep with Iota. It's the perfect place for our customers to take a much needed break, and we might even start holding events there soon. It's a little plain for now, but Administrator Wesley is making sure we'll be able to take full advantage of the space in the future. He's actually at Ilham's right now, bragging about it. He finds it to be quite the accomplishment. And I
I'm
forgot
proud of
something,
all
so
my
I'm gonna have to, Steinrose 98, a gift for Dingo.
It's been a pleasure.
Give me a second, I'll hand over the gift to
I
Dingo.
appreciate it.
Rank up. Connection level 3, we maxed it out. Cool. Back worth leaning on. Van's strength up by 10. Pretty good. The dancers are in town? Interesting. And I also
Let's be
forgot
on our way.
to swap out Rosette to see what she's doing during all of this. She's just chilling. I finished filing the new documents, so I took the liberty of refactoring your computer in my spare time. The Kitty engine was updated as well. I've installed the new revision for you. The Kitty engine? I've never heard that. What exactly is it? It's an independent search engine that allows access to the dark web in a safe and controlled environment. So what you're telling me is that Ren invented Tor. Got it. Its creator remains unknown, though with its name comes speculation it was created by the infamous Black Hat hacker, Kitty. Does sound fishy, but I've used it a fair bit and it works just as advertised. Actually, I've used it before too. Ben recommended it to me if I recall. Huh, that would make a lot of sense actually. Maybe I should give it a look later. Learning how to use that would be a valuable skill. Rumors allege that Kitty was also involved in the creation of the social media aggregator that we use. It's proven quite useful, potential origins notwithstanding. As always, I will collect and forward any relevant information I find. Swippity swap. Alright, back to Station Street, and we'll just go right to the department
Let's be
store.
on our way.
Gotta love fast travel. I received another letter from my younger sister. She lives in Longport. All her whining almost masks how hard she's working at bettering herself as a bracer. I think I know who you're talking about. Her name is Zhao Ling, right? Yep, that's her. Always getting herself in hot water, but she's real sweet. Sounds like she's been having beef with someone from Heiwei. I hope she doesn't get into a really dangerous situation. Only she'd behave. All I can do is hope. Honestly, not on the best terms with my family, so I don't plan on going back anytime soon. Lilan really cares about Xiaoling, despite everything. I thought I'd see this side to Lilan. Considering his usual cynicism, might be a bit much. My parents are insisting I go back home ASAP, but I'm not budging. If I go back, that'll just mean a leash. They'll take advantage of me and make me take over the dojo. It's just not for me. I'd rather leave it to my younger sister. She's still a little clumsy, but she's a whole lot more reliable than I am.
Does anything catch your eye? I hope I
No.
see you again.
Nothing catches my eye. Sup? You're kinda, yeah? From Cray Village. Heard you know something here and there about gunsmithing. Well, my boss said my metalworking is pretty good. I'm no expert, of course, but I take just as much pride in my work as my ancestors did. I heard about that. You took up gunsmithing by reading your family's old notes, yeah? I feel ya. I come from a long line of gunsmiths myself. Technology might change, but the real metal needed to be a gunsmith hasn't. The road ain't easy, but I'm sure you know that already. I do. Thank you so much for taking me in. I won't disappoint you. Alright. Don't freak out over it, but you got the spirit. I appreciate that. Relax a little. We're the same age. We are? That's kind of from Cray Village. She looks like she's training here. Thunder's a pretty well-known place. Although I wasn't aware the owner was so young. She's always been getting gunsmith and hammered in by her grandfather since she was young. Yeah, she's only 20, but she's the real deal. Anyone doing an apprenticeship under her is in good hands. I never thought Sylvia would take me in as her apprentice. And we're the same age? Man, that feels like a joke. How is she so skilled already? Can't even hope to compare. Kana, this is a wonderful opportunity, training under one of the Republic's best gunsmiths. Oh, I think I'm getting excited all over again. This week I'll be a sponge that absorbs every single drop of knowledge. Motivation is important. Hey Van, you know this kid too, don't ya? The guys over at Stanley's introduced us, so I decided to take her up for some training. He's got potential. Been a while since I had an apprentice, so it's just a crash course for now.
Thank you for visiting.
You got a permit, yeah?
New weapons? Not yet. We do got new subparts though. So, a lot of new subparts.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This increases accuracy.
the renovated rooftop floor is now open. We invite everyone to come and see for yourselves.
Dazzling Wing. Gives her more arts damage. Wait. Art damage and arts... What is the difference between that? Isn't... I think ATS is the stat and arts damage is just her, like, physical attack, I guess? I don't know. Like, they have arts damage and arts attack as different stats, and I have no idea what that means.
Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
Why do all these lower stats?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is up everything. Okay. Does he not have a thing equipped?
rooftop floor is now open.
Oh, he has wise sensor equipped, which is
We invite
lower
everyone
stats
to
and
come
everything
see
for some reason.
yourselves.
Odd. Craft coat. New equipment. Pretty good defense. Lowered his speed though. I may want to take that off. But we'll figure that out later. Reset mass.
You better take good care of it.
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store.
A massive shipment of winter and designer clothes recently arrived at our store. They're expected to be in fashion this coming year. The change in season is the perfect time to update your wardrobe, not to mention the upcoming EGC. People are opting to update their wardrobes right now, before both the EGC and the Revolution Festival. It's quite the opportune time to do so. Most profits in the Republic's clothing industry are generated around November.
Welcome. Thank you
You
for
mean
coming.
now, in real life. Parka. A blue sweatband. These are female only, obviously. But I mean, hey, defense is defense. That is a lot of speed.
Thank you for visiting the Weston
I think it's good to give it to Rosette.
Our stores
We
have a
await
wide
your
variety
next
of
visit.
fine goods for sale. We hope
Well-
you enjoy shopping with us.
There's a few new stalls up here. Ah, what a sight. You can see the whole front of the station. It makes you want to shout hi at the people down below, right, Apollo? Good dog. Good boy. You'd think my husband's good nature and kindness would make him gullible, but you'd be surprised. I learned while on our honeymoon just how dependable and reliable he can really be. It's not just about how deep his pockets are at the end of the day. Marguerite, you got kind of sappy all of a sudden. Got over to talking about how to bag a rich husband. Oh, sorry, I got carried away there. Right, I was talking about how I met my husband. It was during the Revolution Festival. Marguerite's very different than what I thought she'd be. Her stories are still interesting, don't get me wrong, just different. I already heard everything she could share about a happy and healthy marriage, and there's nothing healthier in a marriage than a healthy wallet. Next up is ask her how to pounce. The final frontier of netting myself a rich husband of my own. I didn't want it to sound like I was bragging about my husband, but I couldn't just help blabbing on about him. Though if you ask me about my relationship with him, of course I'll talk about his virtues. It's the most important part of it all. I just wish Beth understood that. It's part of it all. Wrong inflection. Starting today, I think this is a new character. Weston Department Store's rooftop terrace is officially open. My name's Milty. I'm the new recruit in charge of managing the rooftop. I ran a cafe at my old job. It was in a large shopping center that also was an event venue, so I hope the experience will help here. There's a lot of room on the roof for holding events, not to mention the killer view. Hope we'll be able to pull something like that off soon. It's my responsibility as manager to ensure our rooftop lounge is just the perfect hangout spot. I expect the place to become popular with children once we install some children's playsets to start holding events here.
What'll you have today?
Cookies and cream, iced cream,
Thanks for coming.
consume.
Love me a sugar rush.
Okay.
I guess I should be feeding some stuff to Katra and Reset to see what their responses are. You haven't really been doing that. You should get yourself a nice part-time gig. I got one not too long ago, actually. I sorely need some cash over all those failed dates and stuff. Cooking jobs turned out to be a piece of cake, pun totally intended. And I cook at home all the time, so I'm used to it. Huh, it's got some wholesome in him. Not just chicks up in his brain. Oh, it's this guy. I remember Lyle saying he was having quite a tough time at home since it's just him and his mom. My mom's health isn't the best, so I take care of all the cooking and the house chores. Is my house husband appeal not good enough? What's a high schooler supposed to do with this lame love life? I think everyone wants a guy that can take care of himself, but maybe don't put that in the first date resume. Lyle's nice if you get to know him.
Look around all you like.
That's not his type.
Peace out.
Jumbo Frank.
I'm full.
See how many people over there? There's a few. Let's talk to the people on the bridge first. Oh, it's these two. Do you see the lottery odds for this year's EGC? EGC, that's the Edith Girls Collection, yeah? Oh. They hold that event in Tree and Tower at the end of the year. We're totally gonna try to get in. There'll be so many cool actresses and models in it, we gotta go. This year's gonna be insane, though. Those odds are like totes impossible to win. There's gotta be something you can do, yeah? Oh, I'd totally go viral if I posted pictures of the EGC. People would go crazy for shots of all those superstars. Okie dokie, I'll sniff around online, see if I figure out how I can get some tickets. For real? Yes, let me know if I can help with anything. You're an actual genius, girl. Blows my mind, I swear. I haven't done anything yet. Is there anything between those ears of yours? I legit worry it's just air sometimes. Catch your bus yet? Just picked up a new book. It's called Memory Training for Dummies. I think all my problems might have to do with my memory. I mean, I'm really clumsy and get lost all the time. I think it's a stretch, yeah? I daydream too much? Huh. What's that got to do with anything? I'm talking about my memory here. Might get the hang of it if I practice every day. I gotta be careful or I'm gonna miss my bus.
Alrighty.
One girl's courage will change history. Gloria.
How was your vacation?
Dawn of the revolution.
I got all mixed up in that incident in Basel during my last trip. The innkeepers were really nice to me, thankfully. Despite everything, I learned a lot from the experience. I love traveling so much. Maybe I should go on a bus trip next. If I can get the time off, that is. I don't think I'm gonna get another business trip like that one anytime soon, so I gotta plan one out for my next vacation. If I can get the time off, that is. Hartley and my husband have been very anxious this whole time, insisting I go home. But now that we finally purchased an apartment in the capital, I wanted to settle in and adjust to the culture here. Alright. In reality, she's just acting like she's here to sightsee and not like she has duties to fulfill. It'd be for the best if Mistress Olivia could return to Oracion for the time being, but neither her nor the Master seem to care much right now. Oh hey, Detective. We haven't been able to track down Almada regardless of how hard we look. And I feel close to my limit. You're having a hard time too, yeah? While you're on patrol duty? I guess Almada has been quiet. But we can't relax just yet. Never know when to strike again, after all. It's hard to request a day off when things are like this. We'd better hurry up and arrest those guys. At least then I'll be able to get back in my girlfriend's good books. Flimsy motivation aside, I guess we're both aiming for the same thing. Let's catch those guys. We haven't seen much of the terrorists ever since the attacks in Basel and Anchorville last month. Anything come up on your side of things? Nothing we can share, sorry. Police are also having a rough go of it, huh? I mean, he didn't even insult Van at all. Sigh, but at least things look like they're going back to normal. The terrorism investigations are winding down in Anchorville, too. Ah, can't beat peace. I don't want to go shopping. I want to play and draw instead. But she's throwing another tantrum. I can't right now. I admit defeat. Do whatever you want, Mina. Make sure you show Mommy what you drew, okay? Sigh. Okay. Sigh. The world always has to revolve around you. Wait, really? Yeah, I'll show Mommy my drawing. I'm gonna draw a bear. Then a tiger, and then a squirrel. Is he actually behaving, or have I just gone crazy? Just a good day. I should try talking to her more now that she's behaving. Maybe I should forget about groceries for today. Our pantry isn't totally empty. Oh yeah, you love animals, don't you, sweetie? Is this in the forest? Yep, it is. Guess what? I've got a house there. Must be her imaginary house. Maybe I should ask her some more about it.
That's a relief.
She is, parenting. Although, to be fair, she was parenting before, but his child was being a little jerk face.
What to do?
I'm begging you.
Who's this guy? Ewan, when did you get to the main branch? Just now, actually. I thought I'd surprise you guys. I wanted to come by earlier to update you guys, but work and life have kept me busy lately. Everything going well with your girlfriend, then? Yep, it's a little embarrassing to talk about, to be honest. We still have our issues and everything, of course. Grandma works at the police department, right? She probably has her hands just as full, really. Glad things are going well despite that. Hopefully we'll get a chance to hang out soon. Yeah, I know she'd love to as well. Make sure to stop by if you come by Aracion anytime soon. I came by to update the main branch on our research progress over in Aracion. We've been looking into the Mafia. I haven't been by the capital in a while, so I have so many people I want to at least say hi to. Hazel, of course, and Shin and Elaine are also a must. I'd love a chance to talk to Albus too, but looks like he's busy as ever. Ewan works in the Aracion branch. He started the year out before Albus and I did. He's a really promising up-and-coming bracer. He was promoted to B rank before Albus was, after all. Though Albus isn't that far behind. After everything that happened last month, he might also be on track for a promotion to B rank. I'd say he deserves it. He helped out. We did receive a report, but there are a few things that still concern me. Oh. Luke and I are planning to continue with our analysis in an attempt to get some answers. Oh yeah. Good to hear that my good-for-nothing granddaughter's turning into a good for something. To be honest, she's kind of terrifying. At a young age, she's become the Aracion branch's backbone. You may have only been with us for a year, but I don't know anyone that would argue with me on that statement. No need for flattery. I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Still, it does me good to hear that she's well. Tell her to stop by again sometime, won't you? Ah. I'm relieved to hear my granddaughter has been doing well at the Aracion branch. A young man has been coming to help me with my office work as well. It might help with efficiency if we took in some more staff for the back office.
Indeed.
Oh, this kid. Hey, long time no see. Guess what? They let me help out with some of the guild's paperwork. Lashker. Wasn't he in Cray? Is he one of the kids there? I can't remember. It's been a minute since we've seen him. They said they were impressed with my enthusiasm and let me have a chance to experience working with them firsthand. I'm planning to stay here for about a week while Kaina's at the department store. Maybe not.
Generation will inherit the title of world's fastest
perfect drivers.
World's fastest. The department store's administrator Wesley came by today. He hit it off real well with Ilhan ever since they met, so he's been dropping by from time to time. I think the two of them could become good friends, so I decided to keep my nose out of it. But Ilhan's good nature didn't lead to him getting taken advantage of. I should probably poke around just a little.
Need help with something?
Got all those. Nothing new there. Oops. Funny. So hit 3 gets you to the 100% accuracy mark. I haven't noticed us randomly missing lately, so our accuracy is probably getting pretty good now. Impede 3. 45% chance to cancel. So Impede's like cancel chance has been nerfed, so it's a lot more RNG heavy when you don't use the skill. Okay.
Thanks for being such a good customer.
I heard the department store just opened up the rooftop terrace as a sort of lounge area. I bet it's a nice place to relax, especially with the incredible view of the city up there. They can even go as far as making it a small rooftop park. But the timing of it is kind of suspicious. They weren't copying our store, were they? Well, I guess imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Did you open up your rooftop terrace as well? Oh, now that I think about it, I have to put in a request for some time off. My family lives all the way in Anchorville, and my grandmother's health hasn't been so good lately. I'd like to pay them a visit next time I get the chance.
What'll you have today?
Well,
Anchorville. I'll revive this.
Thanks for coming.
What's this? Oh, they're just marked as new because he didn't mouse over them yet. Our store also comes with a new terrace lounge situated on a roof. It's just a perfect open space for our customers to take a break from shopping. Dare I say, just like you can do at Iota. Is that right? It's great to hear. But that's a lot of big words you're throwing around there. I just kind of winged it when I was designing Iota. I'm happy it worked out for you, though. Excuse me? You winged it? Yeah, though it's not like Carl let me do just anything. I still had to adhere to all those infrastructure laws, so he tweaked some stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the new terrace lounge. I'll be sure to come by and take a look. Yeah, we'd be pleased to have you. Feel free to visit whenever you like. He's incredibly gifted and perceptive when it comes to his business sense, but he's still young and naive. Now that I know him a little better, I feel somewhat bad about this rivalry. Maybe I had him pinned wrong all along. I've come to find out his opinion matters a lot to me. Hearing him praise us was elating. Administrator Wesley's taken a real shine to Iota lately. I'm glad he's been moving things along. He's building a small terrace area on the rooftop.
do you have any preferences? Thanks for coming in.
Got nothing new. Hey, look who's back. You're Professor Hamilton's student, Catra, right? I wasn't aware you were in the capital. Oh, you must be Kay. You're Associate Professor Tane's student. I heard you're carrying out some field research regarding urban engineering. Yes, that's why I come to the capital so often. Though right now I'm mostly here just to visit my parents. They're worried half to death after everything that happened in Basel. I mean, I get why your folks would be worried. It got real messy back there. The Institute's still dealing with the aftermath of losing one of its professors, so a lot of classes are being cancelled. It's a little better now with Professor Hamilton taking charge, but it's not perfect either. So I'll be staying with my parents until things settle down back at the Institute. I see. Gran must be working really hard. You mentioned your parents, didn't you? What was that, Catra? Nothing. Don't mind me. Well, I wish you the best of luck in your research as a fellow student. Things seem to be getting back on track in Basel, partially thanks to Professor Hamilton's hard work. I never expected to get the chance to see her again, although I wish it could have been under less worrying circumstances. Last I'd seen her was during my first year trip at the Institute. She was just as lovely this time as she was back then. I know she was going to continue her research into the desertification of the East, so I imagine she'll be returning to her travels soon. Thanks for the help, Ismail. Ain't easy to deal with everything now that we're 3 people down. No need to thank me. Bea helped me out yesterday, so consider me repaying the favor. I heard things finally settled down in Vegas Films. Enough for a new CEO to step up anyway. What do you think about all this, lad? I think I know what you're getting at, but if they're doing their job, then that's all we can really ask for. Jin did say they're getting a little nosy for their own good. What are they talking about? Important stuff. But we're not allowed to listen in. That's everybody in this side of town. Next stop, Blacklight District.
Time to depart.
I don't think this place is as dense. There are a few shops though.
I don't think I've seen you before.
Guess I'll check out the arena.
I hear we get pretty good reviews. I promise you'll have a good time. Just take them in moderation, of course. And be careful who you do business with. Plenty of bad actors here in Edith who'll sell you dirty stuff. It can get you in real trouble. For a while, I remember A was trafficking these shady steroids. I say it's real good when you take it, but it wrecks you in the long run. I'd steer clear of that stuff if I were you.
What will it be? I'll be seeing you.
Before I came here, I used to think the Blacklight District was the absolute rock bottom in Edith. Just a terrible place. But living down here's changed my outlook. It's abrasive, weird definitely, but you know, it's kind of comfy. I can take on clients at my own pace. I don't have to worry about the cops. Life here's good in its own weird way. You just need street smarts down here. You gotta make sure you don't get tangled up with the wrong people. But hey, I can deal with that. Word on the street is, the big A is finally cooling off. It's been about 2 weeks since they were last around. Maybe they're finally pulling out of Edith for good. Good riddance, I say. Probably get back to business with them gone. Just remembered, there are these gangsters who came up to my shop a while ago looking for some strange antique. Hindsight says they might have been working for A. Makes you wonder who's been pulling the strings behind all this. Even I can't say for certain. Suspicious.
I've got some fine. Best, best come again soon.
Today I mosey on up out here for a little business negotiating. I gotta set the stage just right. I mean, triple checking my schedule, arranging gifts, favors, the whole 9 hours. Maybe I'll include little notes too. New Year's is almost here. I'm sure they'd appreciate the goodwill. He sounds perfectly polite and thoughtful. I don't even want to think about what he'd put on those notes. Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor schmucks he's working with.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Old weapons.
We await your next
armor.
visit.
Hey, Dingo. Huh? Who are you, lady? I've never seen you before. Lady? Are you talking about me? No, I'm a guy. Really? You're so pretty. I thought you were a lady. That's okay. Hey, will you hug me and pick me up, please? Sorry, I'll have to pass. This place just gets weirder and weirder. This kid would have learned to be more careful around strangers. He's really taken a liking to you, hasn't he? It's so sweet. Mr. Dingo knows so many cool stories. I want to be just like him when I grow up. I'm gonna travel all over the world and meet a ton of people. And I'm gonna give everybody big ol' hugs.
Let's talk.
What a good kid. Damn, not a peep from your channels, huh? That's pretty surprising. Sorry about that. All I can tell you is that it's not coming from Messeldom. I don't know what specifically you're trying to dig up, but you're gonna try. But if you're gonna try and find some other informants yourself, you'd better be careful. Oh, hey there, Spriggan. Hey, man. Didn't know you guys are down here. Doing a little onboarding for your latest hire, looks like. Kinda, though he's just temp. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Brett. My name is Katra Salesian. I've heard plenty from you from my colleagues. From what I gather, you've lent your talents to both the Institute of Science and the Verne Company on several occasions. Yeah, I exchange intel for their inside scoop every now and then. I scratch their back, they scratch mine. So wait, the kid that Hamilton... Is something the matter? What's up? Got word from the grapevine about him? No, not exactly. Just reminded me of an old scoop I'd forgotten about. At any rate, I heard you pulled your own weight out there in Basel. That's real impressive for a kid your age. If you can already hang with Van and his ragtag bunch, you'll do just fine at the solutions office. Thank you. Of course, I'll pour my all into my work here. I heard he was handsome, but seeing him in person is really something else. I can see what Mr. Arkwright and Miss I place their trust in him. I think you're perfectly handsome too, Van. It's alright, Agnes. You don't have to try and pity this poor ugly old geezer. He's just too far gone. How about you, though? Out investigating something? I know you ran out on your date with your little gal pal. Oh, you ran to Marielle, did you? Yeah, I had to scram. Although I did recommend she hit the bathhouse, so her timeout wasn't a total wash. What's up? Sound like you had more to say. Is everything okay? Sorry, just lost the thought. Following the lead at the moment. None solid yet, but yeah. I might actually have to hit you up later if that's okay. Might know a thing or two about it. Help me. You know my door's always open for you. Having a guy like you in my line of work is a real cheat code. I'll always lend you a hand. Agreed. Please don't hesitate to come talk to us, especially now that we have extra hands to help. Thanks. I'll let you guys know if I end up needing outside help on it.
Well,
Not to change the subject, but it sounds like Buzz Raider beat you guys to the punch the other day. Oh, think of Judas Lancer? Yeah, that they did. Our editor gave me an earful about it. But, well, they beat us fair and square. Nothing I can do about that. Now we just wait and see if their report actually holds water. You said it. She's a ditz with capital double D's, but I don't see her pulling some midnight tryst for a dope like him. I can see him doing it, though, the horned dog. Got that right. I imagine the truth is somewhere in the middle, and will happen upon it soon enough. If there's anything this job's taught me, it's that the truth tends to show itself right when you least expect it. Might be onto something there. That just your intuition talking, or you keeping secrets again? Like with that kitty case back in the spring. You knew what was up, and you still kept your mouth shut. Don't forgotten that, no. Forgot that, you know. I'll let go of that already. Just didn't want to interject myself in that whole debacle. Nothing more to it. Huh, it's just me, or does Van seem to loosen up around them? They talk to each other like they're brothers. Indeed, I don't believe I've seen Mr. Arkwright act in such a manner. Rather a change of pace. I believe Mr. Kincaid is older than him too. He might be the youngest in his old friend group. But I guess he's close enough to Dingo that they talk more like brothers. Anyway, I've got a jet. I have some investigative work to wrap up this evening. You know, you guys have really been making waves with all the work you're doing. Just don't burn yourselves out, okay? Same to you, pal. Work ain't everything, yeah? There we go. I was a Northern Jaeger in another life. That's the only reason I have any connections at all. Well, I'm done with that business now. I only hear the occasional whisper from my friends in those circles. That's still valuable intel regardless, and it's good that you're sharing it. Oh, valuable intel regardless, and it's good that you're sharing it. I try to do the same with my info that we all benefit, which I appreciate. You don't try to leech off me like some other men do. At any rate, there's no going back to where I came from. This is my home. Gotta find a way to hack it down here. Heard her mention the Northern Jaegers. That must mean she's Northumbrian. That place is still real poor for obvious reasons. We finally broke off from Arabonia last year, but they ain't exactly had it easy since then. Ah. Lord for what happened there. There we go. My hands are too dirty after all these years. A guy like me doesn't belong on the surface. And I couldn't go back to the Northern Jaegers even if I wanted to. They all broke up. Just gotta lie low and make it work down here. Just can't think for myself anymore anyway. Gotta take care of Yada too.
Don't take too long. Come back soon.
Nothing. Anybody have anything new here to sell?
Hey, Miss.
If my math's right, then the warrant they have out for me should expire after 3 years. It's been 2 years since the stabbing, so just a little more time and then I can leave. Leave and live a life full of love again. I'd really love to go to a cafe on the surface and enjoy a nice drink. Soon I finally can. Just have to be patient and hang in there just a little longer. You shouldn't be around here. There are so many scary people down here, and none of the shops here are all that trendy. It stinks. Really stinks. But I have to be patient. I can do this. I'm so close. I can taste the freedom to love whoever I want, however I want.
What'll you have today?
RF Bikers. Gift for Hermes.
Thanks for coming.
She has a...
What's next?
She has like a bar. She does.
Thanks.
20. Aroma diffuser. Machine that diffuses essential oils, filling the rooms with a refreshing scent. Might be good for catching.
Thanks.
There you go.
Okay.
Vanta Claus. It gave over 20 gift items. Cool.
Strange posse.
Now what is happening here? Those Armada bastards, they hit her hideout and nailed her top brass. Doc, you gotta come see them. They're on the outskirts of town. Real deep shit here. Outskirts, so he's not inside Edith proper. I can do house calls, but they don't come cheap. I want $1 million up front per person, and then let's say $3 million for each treatment. Sound good to you boys? What, you want $4 million a person? You're trying to bankrupt us, money-grubbing bitch. Don't want to pay? Fine. There are plenty of other doctors out there you can turn to instead. Take or leave it, boys. This is an awfully tense place to be. You can cut the tension with a knife. Yeah, those mafia goons are always trouble. Let's look the other way and move along. I get those sorts of clients all the time lately, though still not as much as before. Ever since Armada rose up the food chain, I've had their victims lining up for blocks outside my door. Can't help but wonder how much my services are really needed, though. Really, I'm just some black market quack who's fallen from grace.
They're all specially made.
Tablets.
Always be careful when and how much you use.
The best you got. Nothing is happening. They couldn't just put them on like an animation loop where they actually do something.
Hey, gorgeous.
Oh. You know what's great about the Blacklight District? The sun never rises on this place. It's always nighttime down here, and that means party time. So sit that butt down and drink till you drop. And you're not the only one who's invited, although you should stay here and have some fun. Take it from me, you'll be glad you did.
All my stuff is...
Got nothing new.
See you later, handsome.
You got the shop over
Come
here.
on, step right up. See
what?
what I got.
Oh, the Barker's selling stuff now. Let me tell you, our girls have the best hips you've ever seen, guaranteed. They know how to buck and twist them just right, and the sounds they make with those silky smooth voices of theirs. Doesn't that sound just steamy? Come on and take a look. We're always happy to give you a little taste of what our girls can do.
What do you think? Fantastic stuff, right?
Honey strap.
Can't wait to see you again.
In a previous life of mine, I used to sell all kinds of stuff. Money was pretty good, job was easy, and nothing felt better than swindling whatever poor bastard walked into my shop. I've been on something of a hiatus from all that, but I just love to get back into the swing of things given the chance. Mistress. I think it's been 8 years since I pretty much washed up here. Time really flies, doesn't it? I broke my back getting this far, but now I've got all this to show for it. I can count on my harem to get the job done. They're what keep me around. I can't bring myself to retire from this business when I still got all of them. He has multiple lines. How could I ever forget Tracy? That man lives for his job. I can trust him with just about anything. He's reeled in some fine customers in his time. That motivates me to keep this place spick and span so they all walk away satisfied. Hey there, come on and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? Okie dokie. We're just here to shop anyway. Well, I'll be damned, Spriggan. We're on the streets that you folks tussle with Amato's crew in Basel. Don't you play coy with me. You got the underworld talking, or even Marduk had to get their hands dirty. Hope you realize what kind of hornet's nest you've gone and shook. If you ain't careful, you have a one-way ticket to an early grave.
What'll it again?
Okay.
That is every single shop here. Boring.
Let's be on our way.
Alright, first district with 4 SPG marked in it. What is going on over there?
Get out of here. Yeah, right.
Looks like we got a 4 SPG. Underground Fumigation 2. You receive reports that a dangerous large monster, the Diddler Scorpion, has appeared deep within the middle section of the underground maintenance tunnel. Take care of this monster in the guild's stead. Okay. Still lingering set. Gotta check other bulletin boards. Oh hey, Giordano. Got this new brother who's been calling back over and over. Always nice having a repeat client like that in my job. What? That's one of those once-in-a-lifetime fated meetings you hear so much about. I liked my ride enough to approach me. I'll always keep carrying the vibe with me wherever I go. You ever need anything, brother? Just let me know. We will talk with everybody and then interact with the quest. Idols. I've been thinking about it constantly for the past few days. I only got one thing left now. Let's tear it up even harder next time we take the stage. Let's prove it to the label that idols can be successful. That way they won't even think about disbanding us. Got a new original song ready to rip. Let's make sure it's a smash hit. Yeah, you said it. It was all wishful thinking. It was that easy. But either way, we're out of options. This is our last shot, so we gotta make it count. Let's practice for a bit more. Make sure everything's perfect. All we need is for 50 people to show up. Oh, okay. I'll talk to my neighbors again and see if they can come. I made friends with my bus driver and manager at work, so I'll invite them too. I'm counting on you. I'll handle the music side of things. I know a pretty popular singer, so I might be able to ask for help there. Got no choice. I'm running thin on options here. It's the coworker that actually became famous, right? And then we have the weird taco stand.
Right here. The very best.
The new menu I came up with is selling like crazy, just like I planned. Soon, the top spot among Riverside's food stalls will be ours. Nope, not yet. If we aim for the top, there's one hurdle we must still overcome. That mobile bar people talk about as my next target. I think I've seen it before. It's that food truck that shows up here sometimes, yeah? I'll give a look-see next time they're here. Remo's new recipes are a total hit. Man, I've never seen our sales go higher. I wasn't sure about her new ideas, but oh boy, I'm sure glad I gave her a chance. And all the better because those sales are paying off her paycheck. We're actually barely breaking even.
Take as long as you need.
Ah, nothing new.
I'll be waiting for you.
I'm looking forward to the Revolution Festival next month. What do you say you two come pay me a visit in Crossville after the new year? I hear they're playing that new Mishi movie in theaters here in the Republic. I'd love the chance to take Ami out of Michelin Wonderland. That sounds nice. I myself am interested in Crossbell's dolls and its theater. I just never had the chance to visit because of the tumult. You're just as focused on art as always, Nadia. Can't say you've seen much when it comes to dolls lately. But Arc-and-Seal is much more interesting than the movies. I bet even Ami will have a blast. Oh, I heard about Arc-and-Seal in Sunday school. They say the action scenes and the dancing are so cool and they don't even use special effects like in the movies. Oh, you want to see them too, Amiya? You've grown so much. Here I thought you'd only want to go to Michelin Wonderland because of Mishi and Boots. Well, about Mishi, well, that movie, how can I put this? Amiya went to go see it with some friends the other day, isn't that right, sweetie? Am I missing something?
Indeed.
It wasn't good, was it? I thought it would be a good idea to bring my family for a visit now that tensions have calmed down between Crossbell and the Empire. But I guess not. I thought Mishi was all the rage with girls Amiya's age. Oh well, it's not like Michelin is all there is to see in Crossbell. It'd still be worth to have them visit. No more? There's been a lot of interest in Altair as of late due to the plans to build a Z1 racetrack there. There is a lot of interest in holding the Z1 Grand Prix in Crossbell too. It's nice seeing all the cultural exchange the future will bring. There's a racetrack in Crossbell? I'd love it for my family to get a chance to see that, to enjoy it and take it all in. I want to show them all that my worst place has to offer. The high tensions between us and the Empire made it so we couldn't visit Quello after we went there. I guess that's just part of the job when you're a diplomat. Quello's always been very passionate about other countries. Only natural he'd want to share that passion with us. I really hope some of his worldliness will rub off on our daughter. I'd love the chance to get to meet some new artists and visit foreign museums. You know, this does make me regret that I didn't I did not play the Crossbell games to their absolute fullest, talking to all the NPCs. But I'm guessing that Quello was one of the NPCs in Crossbell, considering how they're talking. No, I wasn't scared of Mishy in that movie. It was just Anyway, I'm really excited to visit Crossbell. We're going after the Revolution. We'll be going after the Revolution Festival. It's gonna be my first time seeing Daddy's workplace, I think. I've never seen him work. The running chick. Gotcha. Just a bit more and then I could call it a day. I don't want to risk missing the concert tonight. Lottie invited me to see this up-and-coming artist named Jess. But first, a shower. Last thing I want to do is show up there all sweaty. I'm trying my best out there, Graham. I'm slaying those corners, getting better at staying in my lane. But my Kabul still won't cut it against those darn high bloods. I hear ya, Unifer. Just take a deep breath. Unifer's still pretty wound up about losing that race. Goes to show she's taking things seriously, at least. Not skill that's holding her back, it's her car. She's a great driver in her own right. But there's not a lot to really be done when it comes to her car. Bull's no slouch, but it's still being left in the dust despite all the work she's put into it. At that point, all you can really do is get a new ride. Or maybe, we might not need to give it up just yet. You learn how to drift. Got my baby back. Well, I'll leave it to Bradley to work his magic. It's like she never left my side. It's also like the dirt never left my side. Jeez, could really have cleaned her up a bit. She's filthy. Man, that made me sound like a total jerk. I'll give my baby a good wash. Downey weirds me out a bit. Don't know why. I don't want to hang out with him.
Alrighty.
Downey? My baby came back to me. My sweet, sweet baby. You're a sight for sore eyes. I'll give you a big smooch and never let you go. I get that I fixed their cars and everything, but they don't gotta make such a big deal about it. You know, don't make a scene in front of the shop. And be careful on the road.
What'll it be? Come again.
Guitar riff. Or whatever you call it. Wow.
God is so
It's like a whale on a guitar, right? I do not know the phrasing. I am not a guitarist. Or into musical lingo. Anyway. Calvary's Revolution Festival is fast approaching, now only a month away. We need to start preparations on our end in accordance with Edith Grand Cathedral and the other chapels. It's a very special day to all the citizens of our country. Central Eastern temples will be joining the prayer services offered. Feel free to participate if you're so inclined. Understood. There's one person upstairs. We got Sunday school today. Did you both finish your homework? Yep, I got the worksheet right here with me. No, I didn't even bring my worksheet. That's something you should be proud of, Hero. You want to copy mine? Yeah. So I hope Arl's mom doesn't get mad at her again. I hope Arl's mom doesn't get mad at her again. Wait, why am I worrying about that? You're fun, Lolo. You can come to me whenever you need to. I don't know if we're gonna get along, but we gotta try.
Very well.
I did my homework, but Earl didn't. I'm letting her copy mine. I wonder if it's okay for her to do that. Does she ever study? She needs to have a bit of growth in her character. She needs to mature and not copy her homework from her classmates and actually do the damn work. And not use the newfangled AI that's being developed over in Basel to write her reports for her. Anyway, well then, I better start preparing for today's lesson. That is a short bit of dialogue. Okay. I had the double take there. So, Bermati. Who dat?
Well, if it isn't Van.
My head is
sir.
still spinning. So what? We've had the wool pulled over our eyes for going on 3 years now?
I don't remember what her name is.
So it seems. Though this revelation coming from who it does is no surprise. I have to assume the commander, the second in command, and the archbishop were the only people who knew.
Damn bald-faced liar. The commander, too. What are we? Total strangers? You know what? I'm in the mood for a rematch. It's time to kick her ass for good this time.
Not to rain on your parade, but the odds aren't quite stacked in your favor here. Where did the score stand as of now? 2 wins, 7 losses? 3 wins, 7 losses, excuse you. It's not staying that way for long. These two are... They were present at the Blacklight District. They're dressed rather oddly. You guys acquainted? Barely, if that. What are you doing here, Spriggan? Ah, speak of the devil. Guess that's another guess that chance at another meeting wasn't too far off. Got too hot under those hoods? Had to take a layer off. You wish. We're just being careful. Let's just say we got a complicated relationship with someone who was also there. This is how we dress on a daily basis. Appropriate travel attire regardless of whether it's by train, airship, or otherwise. Alright. The Needle Noggin Priest I met way back kind of dressed like that too. Needle Noggin Priest. I'm assuming they're either... They would either be talking about Wazzy or Kevin. Most likely Wazzy. You don't look much like your usual Trevor priest or sister, you know. There I have to agree with you. Don't see why you're laughing about it. It's just clothes. So... If I were to guess, I would assume you and Van share an acquaintance. You could say that?
What? You got a problem with us, punk? So you're the Spriggan of the Republic. But personally, I think of you as the dropout of the Conlone School.
Now, Celise. It's not good to pick fights with him when you've only just met. Even if he is a shady piece of human waste from Adios knows where who can't figure out which half of the moral fence he's standing on.
A long sentence to say. Just met, but you sure got an opinion on me already. Not very fair if you ask me. Don't even know who you two are. Guess I can tell you that much. I'm not pleased personally, but very well. Celeste Ortesia.
I'm Celise. Celise Ortesia. Just think of me as your average wandering priest. Pleased to beat ya, Spriggan.
And Leon Balthazar. That's a name.
And I'm Leon Balthazar, also a wandering priest. I've been assigned to support Celise. It is once again a pleasure, fine folks of Arkwright Solutions. Though, quite the heavy displeasure in your boss's case.
Give break here, we barely even know each other and you're already baring your teeth at me. Whatever, you guys already know me, so it saves me that part of the intro. But the gist is, I take jobs from anyone, as long as they don't cross the line. Even if you two don't like me much, I'll be willing to take a job or two from you, ready to help you clear up that nasty impression of me you got. It'll be up to you to prove us wrong. I do appreciate a man that sticks to his principles. How about your panties, Arkwright? We're not here to pick a fight with you. I thought my heart was going to beat right out of my chest. Those two are clearly not your average sister and priest. True, but I don't think the part about belonging to the church was a lie. Reminds me of a book I read once. I know which book. I don't remember the title of it, though. The one written by Toval. I'll need to update our records. The 4th and 11th are far stronger than our initial analysis results indicated. So, are both of them stigma users or whatever, then? in that case. I don't remember what the 13 priests or whatever are called. Hey Arkwright, did you hear? Oh, what happened 3 years ago? Celise. 3 years ago? Don't tell me that. Didn't say nothing, don't pay me any mind. You're free to speculate amongst yourselves as much as you want, but we won't be providing any further information. Though we are in the same boat, our goals couldn't be further apart. I would, at the very least, appreciate it if you took care not to bring shame upon him. Uh-huh. Gotcha. Something's going on here.
Alrighty.
See, Arkwright Solutions is even more lively than the rumors say. I have to admit, I was fairly surprised to hear how widely varied your clientele is. I'd be more than glad to work with you if the opportunity arises, Arkwright notwithstanding. Of course. Listen here, you can call me Sister Celise. Think of me as a wandering nun of sorts. How about a sermon for you poor lost souls? No thanks. Doesn't exactly look like a stereotypical woman of the cloth.
Alrighty.
Well, it seems like the higher-ups are a lot more of the eccentric type, right? I have something important to share with you today, Miss Coconut. What's up? Oh goddess, is this contract getting renewed? Please no. We're holding a Reader's Choice poll over the next week to determine what our most popular title is. There's a good chance Bravely Legends will be up among the top ranks. No, I'm certain it'll be first, so let's make sure your next chapter's the best one yet. I actually thought I might do a nice uplifting chapter next. I got the storyboard here if you want to take a look. But what about the climactic fight against the evil organization?
Indeed.
Immediately getting sidetracked for a filler episode. I thought it might be nice to ease off the gas a little story-wise. I could certainly use the break. You might be overstepping here, but don't you think this is the best time to diverge from the plot? We need to see Mia rescued from the enemy's clutches at least.
Indeed.
Bodhi, that summer girl I met recently has been enjoying running a lot. Looks like the kind of gal that won't stop when she gets the ball rolling. That's why I invited her to Jess's concert. I just hope it can be something else she'll enjoy just as much.
Indeed.
Well, if it isn't Dan and his crew, welcome, dears, welcome. I'm entertaining some unusual guests at the moment, but I think you three might already be acquainted now. Acquainted? Yeah, but they aren't gonna be getting a birthday card from me. Gonna guess they stopped by for some info? Good try, darling. You know I can't tell you that. But I might be willing to relent this time if you ask nicely. I might even be willing to tell you that they're here asking about A. You see, they have their sights set on a certain organization that A happens to be employing. Oh yeah? Well, the Garden's overseers got artifacts with them. It was a matter of time till the Septian Church got someone over to try and recover those. Oh, you finally brought over that fresh new hire I've been hearing so much about. Patra Silesian, right? You're one of Professor Hamilton's students, aren't you, sweetie? That's right. You must be Ramadi. I've heard my fair share about you as well. Mainly about how you're a reputable information broker. It's a pleasure. I'll be providing technical support from here on, so I'm at your service if ever the need arises. Oh, what a peach. Trust me, the pleasure's all mine. You got a full littler pups to watch over now, don't you, Van, dear? No more slacking off for you. Don't you have a cocktail to make or something? Don't worry, we all do our best to pull our own weight. I look forward to a mutually supportive relationship between us, Mr. Bramati. Oh, by the by, Dingle mentioned you wanted to make a reservation tonight. He's celebrating something with that little miss he's been looking after. That's so sweet of him.
What are you in the mood for? Aww, you're leaving already?
Is that one quest in the underground maintenance tunnel? Because it's marked in Riverside, so...
Let's do this.
I mean, we might as well do it. It's just a monster extermination quest, right? It's all the way at the end.
Here goes.
I've got this.
Here I go.
I'm on it.
I'm gonna beat everything up. Let's go for a nice little walk and enjoy the music.
Thanks as always, Theo.
Easy peasy.
Enemy suppressed.
Enemy
Let us
sighted.
proceed ahead.
Be careful.
Enemy suppressed. I'm on it. Nice work. Watch out for range attacks. Battle finished. Show them what you're capable of. Here goes.
How does she handle
Watch
it?
out for ranged attacks.
I think it's easier to use on yes.
Battle finished. Now processing data.
Yeah, we could use a little bit of funds, right? Doesn't hurt.
Thanks a whole bunch, Theo. Zeros.
Commencing battle. Battle finished. Now processing data.
Thanks a whole bunch, Theo. Zeros.
Battle finished.
Quite the
Now
reception.
processing data. Watch out for ranged attacks.
The help was much appreciated.
Oh, we got an achievement thing. Did I miss it? I missed it. 20 gifts given. Oh. I mean, hey, free money.
There we go.
Let's get to work.
There's still more. I'm going.
You got a charge attack ready
These
to
ones
go.
are
Enemy suppressed.
not
Let us
as
proceed
easy
ahead.
to hit for some reason.
Look out for ranged attacks.
Let's get to work.
Thanks as always, Theo.
I eagerly await your performance.
You could do a charge attack too.
Thanks as always, Theo.
Combat finished. Look out for ranged attacks.
You picked the wrong guy to fight. Let's get to work.
Thanks a whole bunch, Theo. Zeros.
Look out for ranged attacks. Combat finished. You could do a charge attack too.
Thanks a whole bunch, Theo. Zeros.
Look out for ranged attacks.
You did exemplary work. It should be safe for now.
Look out for
Maybe
ranged
make some
attacks.
quick work of these enemies for sure.
I eagerly await your performance.
Combat you can do a charge attack. Nice job.
It's nice how like her first attack
Enemy
is
sighted.
a double hit, so
Look
actually
out for ranged attacks. Combat
it
finished.
picks through the enemies
Nice
very
job.
quick.
Enemy sighted.
Got another achievement for like killing enemies in the
You
field.
picked the wrong guy to
Enemy slain. Cool. Who do Zerum powders get? You take those.
fight.
Alright, we made it to the end. Bring it on, big scorpion. A fearsome foe is prowling around.
Beginning suppression.
Got that classic
enemy
edgy color
stats.
scheme. Very high physical defense. Okay.
Going all in.
Doesn't matter too much, but
I suggest we strike now.
Initializing drive.
yeah, we don't have our full party at the moment.
Upper hand.
Here goes. Up to you, reception.
Unlocked.
Don't know what we're up against, so defense up.
I'm going.
Get our full 4,000 shields.
Activate.
Chance.
Full activation skill. Now.
Here goes. Brace it.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Activating skill.
Target locked. Engaging shield.
Death Needle.
All you on, yes.
Shine.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limiter
That did
removed.
like no damage. Wow.
Go, Catra! Satellite charge! Thanks, pal.
Activating. Boost gauge limiter removed.
My move now. This'll hurt.
Mr. Alpine!
Think fast.
All you on yes, they're stunned! Brace yourself! Here goes! All you on yes!
Almost done.
Activating skill.
Goodness.
My move now.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Activating skill.
All right. Simple.
Oh, I could do better.
We got Revelation.
Now that's one job behind us.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Come on, Gray, level up 3. Yeah, there we go. Finally. Obtain Mare Gray. And we got Morally Gray achievement unlocked. And as a reward, we get 2 Fortitude droplets. Nice.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Hollow Core. So, Gray. Okay, I kind of like the Mare Gray. 66% evasion up. Decent speed boost too, although this kind of provides stat buffs across the board. Looks like pretty well balanced. This one is definitely boosting evasion for sure.
I knew you couldn't resist.
Now I have to think. Did she say different things if I equip other ones?
I'm there. A dedicated custom hollow. I'm there. A dedicated custom hollow.
Okay. With that, we can leave. And it looks like this is now marked for a side quest.
Off we go.
Why am I dropping so many frames? I have no idea. I just noticed I've dropped like half the frames in the stream. Like, wow. I don't know why, because I have a line-in connection to the internet, so I don't know if I'm being throttled or what. Oh my fucking god. What the hell is all this? Give me a second. I have to check on something real quick with this. Okay, I'm getting like just bugged right now by an annoying healthcare related thing. It just keeps bugging me. It sent me like 3 emails over the course of the last like 2 weeks or so. So immensely annoying. Are you kidding me? I can worry about it after the stream. I'm burning nightlight. Need to wake myself up a bit. Pop a piece of mint gum and drink some water. Always a good wake-up call. Word on the street is Lumen's a bit of a playboy. Just rumors, of course, but some had to spread him. That old thing with him going after that actress kind of soured my opinion of him. He really built his professional image on the track, but now he's got him thrown it all away. He asked me, he should have stayed in his lane. People looked up to the guy for crying out loud.
Okay.
Stayed in his lane, huh? I see the kid has a good appreciation of dad jokes. I heard Almana is behind those terrorist attacks on Basel and Anchorville. Scum bastards. We gotta tighten our security and make sure they won't weasel their way into Edith. I did hear, though, that it was a private company that got Basel back under control, not the police. Can't complain as long as they're keeping the public safe, but I wish the force could have put on a better show there. Honestly, though, with the uptick in fraud and scams lately, I feel like the citizens aren't taking street smart seriously anymore. This is gonna sound a bit morbid, but those regular attacks back in the day made everybody more alert and aware of their surroundings, I feel. I think with things booming the way they are, everybody's letting the guard down. Not to say things shouldn't be peaceful, it's just opening the door back up for lowlives and gangsters to take advantage of people.
Alrighty.
Now, he isn't wrong, to be fair. Or ties to the CID? Well, I wouldn't know much about that, honestly. All the groundwork for that was already laid when I joined. Though I know some of my fellow officers have some strong opinions about it. But Lordo has quite a few connections in the CID branch we work with. That made things much easier. Look who it is. You guys again, huh? Sticking your nose into trouble as usual, I take it. But, well, I guess it's not always a bad thing. I do owe you for Basel. We're just discussing our cleanup efforts and what we subsequently learned about the group's movements. Well, am I dreaming? I got props from a bracer and they're letting me in on some insider info. Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I can't stop you from listening in on us when you're right there. Something tells me that cold shoulder is just for show. And the guild has to admit you played a large part in Basel. We lost track of their airship, fortunately, but we did manage to ferret out their other moves in the meantime. We've also been cracking down on their business ties and collaborators, which helped us make numerous high-profile arrests. Yeah, that checks out. After the shit show in Basel, I bet the CID wants these guys gone. That's good to hear, but I'm still bothered that we have no intel on them in terms of motives or end goals. Yeah, what's also weird is Vesseldum's calmed down a lot. You'd think they'd be ramping up their activities there, right? The guild's trying to get to the bottom of that now. We gotta figure out the impetus for that swing. Chief Rowan has ordered us on high alert, in fact. Though, that's just bureaucracy, really. At any rate, I do hope the guild takes our intel into account. Oh, we will. Hell, if we get info before they attack, maybe we can stop them from killing a ton of people. Wouldn't that be nice? Sounds like there's some tension between those two. I hope they can put that aside. Well, that was juicy. I'll have to keep an eye on how all that plays out.
Alrighty.
Incidentally, our mutual friend has been in contact fairly regularly. I just hope they keep things under control on their end. Won't catch your drift there, but I guess something's keeping the CID busy. We've been doing our own investigation at the guild, plus prepping our own countermeasures against you-know-who. Feels like Elaine's been digging a bit deeper than the rest of us, though. Apparently she's even doing her own research after hours. Talk about dedication. She needs to make sure she doesn't burn herself out.
That policeman looks so cool.
Moving along. I'm sure the mutual friend might be Jin, considering Pelica. Anyway, a scam website. A mere thought that just unnerves me. I've already had to swallow my pride and put in a request. Do I just have to hope someone takes it? I think that man might have put in a request. Scam website, you say? Shame we can't help out with that. Oh well. Still the blank canvas, huh? No, it's just... no, this is a mockery. This isn't the tower at all. I have to put my all into this. I must put the tower's mystique canvas or that Imperial Pop will have me beat at the concourse. I can feel burnout creeping into my body, but I banish it. I can't give out until I crack the tower's code.
Very well.
It is a nice tower.
Welcome to Erlands.
Kira's been taking a break today. Evidently, there's something going on at the storehouse and sharehouse in Old Town. One look at her outfits lately tells me something's weighing heavily on her mind. I just don't know what. I pray to Arusha that whatever she's struggling with, she gets through and finds her way.
We have full confidence in our products.
Green hair for Katra.
We await your next visit.
What is it? Equip? Astume. Out of curiosity. No, it doesn't work. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything. Oh, I do have, like, some of this stuff. Kitty ears. It's like Joshua's hair color and eye color. So like when he was wearing the dress. Neat. She gets pink hair. Okie dokie. Just wanted to check it out.
Well...
Alright, might as well check the
Why
forest
don't we see...
Herbal net fraud. I've run into something of an annoying problem concerning herbal net uses. I'd like to consult someone who's familiar with the subject. I'll be waiting near the main street in the Seidan district, Oslo. No more set. Means we're done with inspecting bulletin boards for the day. Today's quota's been met, but if we got the time, we should finish the other job too. Understood. I believe I'm qualified to help with the Orbital Network-related one. Oh, I'm sure you're more than qualified. Looking forward to see you kick ass on the keyboard.
Both of these requests certainly sound intriguing.
You already did one.
Hopefully you don't need to turn into the Grendel for them, though.
One can only hope.
So there's some main event in the Tyrell district. I feel like we're going to be meeting Judith there, but that's just a hunch. Wow, a private school student's playing here? You don't see that every day. It's nice to sit back and watch other people play every now and then. Looking forward to this one. Oh, she's good. Really good. Hope we can play like that someday. Hey, look who it is. What the hell do you want? Why'd you drag me out here? Oh, nothing big. I just figured a match with you might change your outlook on things. What the hell are you talking about? I can tell you got a lot on your plate right now. A lot of things stressing you out. I've known you since before Ronald dragged you into this mess after all. Even Ren's giving you props for trying to get yourself back on track now that he's dropped out. But aren't you tired of all that work by yourself? It's okay to ask for help, you know. We can help you get back on the straight and narrow. Get off your friggin' high horse. You got some nerve picking a fight with a fight you know you'll lose. Oh, don't count me out just like that. I'm the captain of the basketball club for a reason. In fact, I'd venture to say I'm a better athlete than you in general. Pick a sport, I'll wipe the floor with you. Come at me, and when I win, you'll get the hell out of my face. And then she wins in basketball. Up until April, James was hanging around with this punk named Ronald. Ronald dropped out, but James still covers for him. Well, I guess I could help him vent some of his frustrations at least. Might have to play a little rough with him, though. I'm so sick of looking at your face. Don't you dare bitch about playing rough, got it? I'm gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna like it. I guess I see what Simon's getting at. She does have potential. But is it really worth tying up the court for just one-on-one with some preppy Aramis kid? I mean, where's the fun in watching a schoolboy go up against the queen of the streets? We're one of the strongest teams around. People want to see us beating up Small Fry. They want to see a challenge. They're giving him 0% odds. Sasha's got a ride to Armis. She's playing ball up there now. But a few years back, she was dominating these streets. I don't know I didn't know who's all with you, but this will be fun regardless. Been a while, hasn't it? I've been needing a little challenge in my life too once this is over. Let's scrap a bit for old time's sake. Damn, Sasha, you really grew up, didn't ya? You rocked that uniform. The mask didn't know what hit him picking a fight with a firecracker like you. I think I'll watch this one and see if he learns a thing or two.
Very well.
We'll check up with them later and see if he does learn anything.
Gonna eat some?
I'm gonna guess it'll take more than just a single game getting destroyed for him to learn anything. Hey there, you're just in time to try some of my new buckwheat soba. Got the real authentic stuff this time. Gray buckwheat just blows me away every time. I don't know how they do it. With Eastern imports getting harder to come by, Gray's really the only place to get authentic buckwheat.
Hey, welcome.
We had a whole quest on that.
Thanks, pal.
Knock knock. Our thanks for helping rescue Barazella. For all the trust Rumsfeld put in me, I let him and the young miss down. I brought shame to my post. Can't believe it all stemmed from their family dispute. How things get so out of hand. I'll have to pay more attention to them. Going forward. If I weren't so impersonal, I might have been able to help her.
That's true.
I think those two over there are on a blind date. See them over there? She looks like she hasn't gone on that many dates before. Kinda awkward-ish. But there's something cute about that. Him, on the other hand, the young man's got it all figured out. Just look how he carries himself. A real cock-of-the-walk type. Even if they don't have the chemistry, it'll still be a good learning experience for her. It's nice to get out there. Sonia. Oh wow, you're a teacher at Armis? That's incredible. Oh, it's really no big deal. My career's only just getting started, even though I'm in my 30s. Your students are in good hands, I bet, with a teacher like you. I must say, you piqued my curiosity, my fair lady. What do you do when a particularly naughty student misbehaves? How do you rein them in? Oh, well, I teach PE, so it's mostly just physical stuff. I call them out and have them do 30 laps around the grounds. But I've always got my trusty wooden sword on hand too, so long as I don't go totally corporal on there. What? Oh no. Now I've gone and done. I should have kept my stupid mouth shut. What's Miss Sonia doing here? Single and mingling, if I had to guess. Looks like it ain't going so hot though. Wooden sword. Did I hear that right? I'm dead. I am slain. 3 months biding my time for a hot day, and I blew it. Hades smite me. Good luck. We're eyeing the global marketplace for our next step. Once we secure our footing here in Calvard. With that in mind, please do prioritize those bills and amendments when you secure the majority in the next election. We'll support you on our end however we can. Yes, fair enough. Your industry presents interesting opportunities for our party. It's time we embrace this new economic age. That said, you need to keep the bigger picture in mind. If you chase the short term, you may lose sight of the long term. We can address your immediate legislative concerns, of course, but we need to do so in a forward-thinking way, no? I understand that, but surely we can't overlook the short term. The market's awfully turbulent. You need to strike when the iron's hot. Incidentally, I do have these sweets from Quincy Bell if you'd like some. And for your help, we'd be happy to welcome you to the Algemira Hotel for some well-deserved rest and relaxation. Oh, give it a rest, Jennifer. Retract that little offer at once, and I'll pretend I never heard it. You're a talented businesswoman. You should know better than to butter me up with cheap favors. You're right, I'm sorry. I got a bit too anxious there. I need to cool my head. Forgive me. Now, don't let anyone tell you Jennifer is a bad businesswoman, but she does tend to hyperfixate on individual issues over the bigger picture. Until she can step back and look at the broader problems, she'll find it difficult to work with people. I can't believe myself. Did I really just try to do that? How low will I sink if I don't put a stop to it? But I made my bed, now I have to lie in it. Our actions at the bank have all boiled down to winning the Republican Party's favor. If we were to convince them to amend those trade laws, the market would be all but ours for the next election. I guess I'll let that blind me. Oh, thank you again for the other day, I mean. I'm sure Eddie would have kept me safe, but still. It was all worth it to find out my father really does care about me. Looking at it like that, I think it ended up being a valuable experience for us all. Alright. Forgive me, young miss. I have failed you. I was entrusted with your safety and I could not protect it. I must commit Sudoku. My only solace is that the President found an opportunity to show the young miss his love. That she's always in his heart, come what may. I cannot express how deeply it moves me to be able to help them.
Do you need something? Please come again.
Alright, shall we do that one little side quest over there? What's up? Hey there, you the one who put their request up? Oh, yes, then you must be... I believe your request was about some trouble you've had on the OrbitalNet. I'm hardly an expert, but I do have some knowledge of the subject. Would you mind explaining the situation? Yes, well, in short, I fell for a scam on the OrbitalNet. One of those net scams, huh? Been a lot of that going around. Phishing is a technical term. Bad faith actors disguise themselves as legitimate sources to fool end users. With how quickly the OrbitalNet's growing, these threats are one step ahead of common knowledge and security measures. Though it falls to the users themselves to stay safe on the net, and many just don't have that awareness yet. It's still a very new thing. At any rate, I wanted to get some advice from someone more knowledgeable about these things. Will you accept my request? Yes. Sure, we'll take it. Here, fill us in. Of course. Let's go somewhere we can talk. Back alley. May I ask, have you brought this matter to the police? They may be able to retrieve your stolen assets. Oh, no, it's just... Well, you got your reasons, sounds like. No worries. Yes, I asked for your utmost secrecy regarding what I'm about to tell you. Don't you worry, we take our clients' privacy very seriously here at ArcRide Solutions. Well, you see, how... Oh, this is just so pathetic I can't even spit it out. And stop being around the bush. I won't know how to help you if I don't know what the problem is. Screw it. So I use my work terminal to look up swimsuit models. Like the hot ones. Oh god, somebody just kill me. I think I understand where this is going, but please, there's no need to shout. I'm so sorry. I think I get where this is going, though. Carry on. Honeypot. So a few days later, I got this message from the website. They said they had my browsing history and that I had to pay to keep it private. I didn't see anything on that site implying I need to pay, so I just sent the mirror immediately. I couldn't bear to risk having my reputation tarnished. I just thought that would be the end of it, but then another few days passed and they messaged me again. They said they wanted even more mirror this time, where they'd leak my browsing history and all my private information too. I see. That's awful. As a consultant, my reputation is paramount. I need to maintain a clean and professional image. I can't have my browsing history floating around on the net, much less my private info. I'd be done for. That's why you couldn't bring this to the police or the guild. Yes, my entire career is in jeopardy because of one stupid mistake. I'm pathetic. That's the thing with those scams. You just gotta ignore them. Ow! So it's like one or two people doing these usually. These guys know they're full of shit, but they figure some of their victims don't. They just blast these requests out to anybody they can find, hoping somebody falls for it. Once they get a bite, they zero in hard on anybody who replies and ignore everyone else. That's how these things work. Oh, then I can just ignore it going forward. Ain't that easy now that you took the bait. Already gave him some mirror already, and that let him know you fell for it. I know you're willing to pay to keep that info secret, that you care about your rep. Exactly the kind of guy they want. Now if they know that, they want to milk you for all you're worth. They're gonna hound you. Cut them off, and they might actually leak your shit. Oh no. You're surprisingly knowledgeable about these kinds of scams. Why are you looking so disappointed? Yeah, I dealt with a case like this before. Right. Anyway, those are my 2 mirrors. You can keep giving them money, or you can ignore them. It's your call. I can't do that, obviously. Suppose I'll have to just bend to their demands. And they're not just gonna stop. Gonna keep sending them more and more money. Ideally, we would just apprehend the criminals here. Can we really do that? I mean, can you really track down a criminal hiding on the Orbital network? Well, it would depend on how well they hide their identity, but it probably wouldn't be impossible. Really? Then please get them for me. Are you okay with that, Van? Go nuts. You're the expert here. We can track them down, and let's go for it. Roger. Alright, may I borrow the terminal they contacted you on? Here it is. I use this terminal for work. Damn, pretty cushy job if they're handing out gadgets like this, but yeah, that was a bit easy. Is something the matter? Think about what you just did for a second. Your mobile terminal is like a collection of all your personal data, and you just handed it to me, a stranger, without a moment's hesitation. You're very lax with your data. That can get you into trouble, especially since this doubles as your work terminal. Well, that's a good point. Now, obviously I have no intention of stealing your data, but it helps to be more cautious on the net. It's best to store your personal info separately from your work terminal, along with anything else you don't want other people to see. That does make sense. If I may go ahead and do that real quick. I have this note terminal I also use for work. That should do. That'll do. There, that should be good. I leave the rest to you. Okay, you still got your history on here. Good. Now if we do a reverse search on the sender of this message, have you found anything? Yep, I can see it all. Let's hear it. It's like the criminal is using a mobile terminal themselves to contact you. I doubt it's a brand machine. Most likely a cheap knockoff. These operations don't tend to be very sophisticated. And sure enough, they made absolutely no attempt to mask their identity. I can trace them right now. Are you able to find where they are? I believe so. It might help if I explain how these network signals work. Mobile terminals transmit their own broadcast signals, but being so small, they're limited in their scope and strength. As a result, they have to pass through a server which amplifies and distributes their information across longer distances. If 2 terminals are close enough, however, it's more efficient to communicate directly with each other than to use a server as a middleman. I see, so the terminals switch signals based on distance? Yes, there are 2 different signals terminals will use, and they switch between the 2 on the fly for convenience. Neat. And because I can see this transmission came from a server, I know the scanner was some distance away. The server gave us the general idea where the scammer was at the time, but of course there's no guarantee they'll still be there. That's where we are at this point. So we have a range but no specifics. Not enough to sniff the guy out. But you sound like you got something else up your sleeve. I might. Just going off his history, that's as close as I can get it, but of course we can always just contact the scammer again. And if we can get a direct link to the scanner's terminal, we'll know we're close by. So we call him back and figure out where the signal's coming from. Yes, just they would need to be in direct signal range in order for us to pinpoint them. I can see that the previous message came from the Riverside server. Let's head there first. The subway station should do as a starting point. Alright, gang. Let's go hunt down the fraudster. We'll keep you posted on what we find, okay? We'll use that node terminal you got there. Once you find the guy, you're gonna want to haul ass over there. Of course. Thank you so much.
Time to go solve some problems.
This old fogey just isn't with the times, I'm afraid. I should read up on the Orbital network to avoid making that mistake again. I cut some onions earlier, my hand still smells like onions. Dang it. I forgot to wear gloves because last time I cut onions with bare hands, my hands smelled like onions for like the next week. No matter how much I wash my hands. Anyway, fingers crossed for good news. Alright. Side quest, yay. Ready then? Yes, ready whenever you are. Alright, send now. All we have to do now is wait. Actually, what did you write in the message? Made a point of being real vague with them. But I basically said that I didn't have all the money, and asked if they'd settle for a bit less. So you made it look like you're at least willing to pay. I would compel them to reply at least. Well, it wouldn't be good for our plan if they didn't. Nothing to worry about, looks like. Got a response on my end, too. Looking at the orbital wave pattern, it's definitely a direct connection. Let me read. Their reply is, no, won't budge on the price, not even a single mira. Quite avaricious they are. Okay, analysis complete. Can you locate the transmitter? Got an address. It's west-northwest from our current location. No exact distance, though. Nope, but we got a line and a whole lot of places along that line where the source is. If we get to trace another line, but from a different location, then the lines will intersect, pinpointing the exact location of our criminal. Exactly. We should try to aim for as perpendicular a point as we possibly can. Let's send our next transmission from across the river. Gonna make a save point right here real quick. Okay, this was good. Give him another message then. Wrote, I got all the money ready. Where should I send it to this time? And sent. Is it this warehouse? This very suspicious warehouse? Well, aren't you quick? You replied quite quickly both times. You must be quite eager to get the money. Analysis complete. I pinpointed the location. It's southwest from here, under the bridge across the river. Alright then. Come on, y'all, let's close the book on this one. Gotcha cornered, buddy. So is that our criminal? Most likely, yes. No one way to find out. Just a little more. Oh, did they do it? Let's see. Changed my mind and reported this to the police. They're on to you and should be beating down your door any second. What? No, calm down. There's no way they can find me. Gonna book it though, just to be safe. Nope, sorry. Might have worked if we didn't know exactly where you were already. You can thank my assistant here for that. Pretty talented, eh? Your security can't measure up to the one at the Institute of Science. Not even close. Wait, who are you? Don't tell me you really had sick the cops on me. We're not police, nor are we bracers. Man here is a Spriggan. If you would, please surrender. After realizing there was no way to escape, the criminal gave up on resisting. After Oslo arrived, the group began questioning the criminal. You ain't even the big boss there, but some part-timer? That's right. After I sent the boss the full amount, all I got was a tiny paycheck. Even that already ran out. I promise this was my first time doing this. That's because a crime was only committed one time doesn't mean you're not to blame. Lady's right, kid. That's just a lame excuse. I'm sorry. How much do you know about the organization you're working for? Nothing, I promise. Just got the orders on my phone. So he's just a disposable pawn in this game. Well, Guy Hero's clearly the one blackmailing you, but he was just the lowest rung on that ladder. It's hard to say, but it doesn't look like you'll be getting your money back. It's alright, I'd already given up on that. My biggest concern is what comes after. Yeah, that's the ticket. We caught the blackmailer himself, but the blackmail material's still probably in the hands of whoever hired this kid. Didn't get to the root of the problem, so we can't guarantee they ain't gonna keep coming back for you. But this mook sure ain't gonna get us to the big boss either. Not sure there's much more we can do at this point. Well, now, what should I do then? Well, Oh, we got a choice. Make it so it never happened. You know, I just pretend none of it ever happened. How can we do that? Never looked at any weird sites, never had any problem. We can make that the case. Can you really do that? Well, it's up to my assistant here. How about it? Think you can manage? I'm not too happy about it, but if the only people this will affect are the criminals, then I suppose I can let it slide. I'll need Rosette assistance, of course, but it should be doable. So I can count on you. Please, that would be great. Very well then, shall we? Of course. Thank you for the help. We gotta up that chaos ring. By making use of our Duke servers, Catra and Rosette together erased Oslo's former account. After thoroughly erasing all traces of it, the two of them then issued Oslo a new account, using a backup to preserve the account data. That should solve matters. We can't just erase the data the criminals have on your actions, of course. But by doing this, they shouldn't be able to link it back to you anymore. Fortunately, the only person you made explicit contact with was this blackmailer. Oh, thank goddess. For goodness. Thank the goddess. Yeah, better be grateful. They did a superb job here. Now as for you... Seems like this really is your first time, so we're gonna sweep your little fun bit of blackmailing under the rug. Assuming you quit your job, that is. You say, kid? You'd better jump ship now if you're not willing to commit to the criminal lifestyle. Playing with criminals, you'll eventually reach a point where there's no going back. Either pull out now or you'll get pulled right in. You looking to lose yourself forever in the pitch black depths of the underworld? I'll quit. I don't want any more part in this. Sure you're not just saying that to get out of this bind? Really mean it. I don't know about the people above me at all. I got recommended in by some guy. He's kind of a recruiter of sorts. Name's Clement. That's all I know. Please believe me. Fine, but I ain't forgetting you. If I catch you back on your old haunts, you'll get what's coming to you. Got it? Got it. Clement. You should keep that name in mind. Well, that solves this case. Wasn't exactly the most satisfying solution, I'll say. You get that a lot when you're working as a Spriggan. This country's darkness is deep-rooted. It's too deep for anyone. No way one person or group can just clear it all away. Not the bracers in hell, not even the government. Spriggan's job is to take care of those that fall through the cracks. We ain't after fairy tale endings, we can't afford to chase those. Just gotta go for the best ones we can get without compromising our values. Okay, you can understand at least a little. It's dawned on me what the purpose of a Spriggan's job is, and why you do it, man. Petra. That's good. Figured out that much at least. I call your training a success. Oh. At least, oh well, at the end of the day, I need to eat, and that's the real reason I'm working at all. And you had to dash the nice conclusion with that sprinkle of cynicism right at the end. Still, I suppose that's the most Spriggan-like way to tie a ribbon on it. Goodness.
That's one job behind us.
Reward deposited.
Oh, it's only gray up? Okay. I thought that would go for chaos. One additional free time point added for completing all the 4 SPGs. Alright, the Tyrell District is our final area.
Guess we're off.
But, because it's getting late, I'm thinking we'll do... Oh. Hey, did you read this one, brother? I haven't yet, but my friend told me what they wrote about Judith Lannister. At first, I was shocked by it, but the more I think about it, the more maybe it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally. I hear you. Judith Lannister sure is famous, getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up an awful lot the past couple of days. I know. I wonder if something happened to her. What, feeling a little concerned for her? I suppose so. It's hard not to worry when people are speculating about her so much. Are you a fan of hers, Agnes? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. Those two were discussing the contents of Buzz Raider, yes? I've seen that magazine on newsstands from time to time. Yeah, it's some of a rival to Meld. Place that Dingo works for. Hang on. Trying to fight back the congestion as best I can. It's not easy. Buzzard has got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Gotta take their stories with a couple of grains of salt and then some. But it's always possible those guys managed to actually dig up some sort of scoop about Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, we can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You can consider it another way to gather intel. You rely on even tabloids to gather information? Is that really such a good idea? Don't get me wrong, about 90% of what they publish is bullshit, but it ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either. I just want to know if something happened to her at the very least. Hopefully BuzzRaider can explain what. Let's go ahead and swing by the bookstore later and pick up a copy. Doesn't hurt to check it out. I am thinking we will get...
What's next?
There we go. Some connections done. Dingo's already maxed out, so I guess we'll leave him by the wayside. The Dancing Sisters' reputation. The Dancing Sisters from Darbat are here to perform. They want to say hello if there's time. Maybe I should call them over to Old Town. Begin. Band's group decided to take a short break. Uh-huh. Man, over here! Hey there. Both looking well. Same to you. It's good to see you again. He means that, by the way. She's been really desperate to meet up with you. Hina. Yeah, you've been asked to perform in Trian Tower. You two are really moving up in the world, ain't you? I suppose so. The Tourism Association here in Edith contacted our agency and requested we put in a show there. And I saw her, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not really quite bangs, but the things, they just like... They must have like clicked into the model and got pushed out for a split second or something. Anyway, I suppose Tourism Association's content agency said we put on a show there. Sounds like our performance in the Carnival Cavalcade made an impression on them. I bet they were also blown away by the show you did with our conceal and crossbow. Speaking of which, I want to hear about how that went. I really gotta wait for the others to show. Zara, Shahina. Everyone is here. Welcome to Edith. What's up, you two? It's difficult to believe only a month has passed since we last met. Oh, hey everyone. You all came to see us? Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Oh, I don't believe we've met. We haven't. Though everyone's told me quite a bit about you both. My name is... Katra introduced himself to them, and the whole group celebrated their reunion. After that, they all made their way to Old Town. They did some dancing. Oh, this is awesome. I can't believe we get to see something like this here in Old Town. Those two are so amazing. Yeah, they're even better than I expected. They're clearly held their dance routine. I know they just wanted somewhere to practice before the big event, but I feel kind of rude not tipping them for such a damn good performance. Then the bathhouse. Sorry, it sounded like a good bath after dancing. I like this place. It's different from the hammam we have back home, but in a good way. Right? It's our favorite place around here. Oh, and before I forget, I brought you all some shea butter from Darbat. Hope you like it. Really? Oh, you didn't have to. Thank you. What a lovely gift, Miss Sarah. I'd be honored to have some. Man, chicks love Chen. They're not getting out of there anytime soon, huh? It's fine. Let him catch up. Why don't we grab some sherbet and kill some time with Katra since he's waiting outside. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so glad your performance in Ark and Seal went great. Yes, you received your letter about it right after the show concluded. I hope you guys didn't mind. We were both so jazzed up about it, I had to tell someone while it was all fresh. I mean, how often do a couple of street dancers like us get It'll be directed by the fervent dancer Ilya Platier herself. Not that we're intimidated by them or anything. Might be famous, but we kept up with them and their routine just fine. You never get tired of telling everyone all that, do you? It's all you've talked about ever since we got home. Honestly, I don't actually remember the performance much. All I remember is the exhilaration once it was all over. It was kind of like I was in a trance. Yeah, totally get what you're talking about. You get so absorbed in a performance, everything else vanishes. You could call it a dancer's high. Sounds like it was a really stimulating and fruitful time overall. Well, yeah, we haven't seen much of Aaron's sword dancing, have we? After the, one time. Sounds like it was a really stimulating time overall. Absolutely. I wish we could watch you two up on stage now that you've improved so much. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like our schedules are going to line up to see your show today. I'm really sorry. Speaking of which, how are we doing on time? You got your rehearsal, don't you? Sure, it's okay to just be hanging around with us. It's fine. I double-checked everything earlier, so we should still be on time. No one managing our schedule this time, so we've got nothing to... You're behind schedule. Oh, no! You know, what's the matter? We got a problem. I totally screwed up our schedule. We only got half hour before the rehearsal starts. What? Well, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Please don't be mad. It's okay, Shahina. Time flies when you're with friends. I should have been on top of things, too. We should get going. Gotta get to the venue soon. Alright, let's go. I'll bring the truck around. You don't have to, Ben. It's okay. It'll be faster that way. Knowing the timetables and how long it'll take to get there on foot, you won't make it in time by taking the subway. That is indeed correct, but if you allow Mr. Arkwright to drive you, you'll arrive within a few moments with even a few moments to spare as long as you take the highway. You should go. I'll keep him informed on the current traffic conditions while he's on the road. What they said. Just go ahead and get your things together. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, thanks a ton, Van. I'm so sorry we have to take off like this, you guys. That's okay. We'll see you two again soon. Van's a great driver. I'll make sure you make it in time. Good luck, you two. Thanks, Agnes. We owe you all one. Sarah and Shahina climbed into Van's pickup truck and made a beeline for the highway. Unfortunately... Dang it. Traffic at a time like this. Took the shortest route too. It would appear that construction in the area is the cause. Not to mention the accident on the expressway. Real bad timing there. This is awful. It's too early to give up. You guys prepared to make it no matter what? Yeah, even though we really messed up. We'll do anything to perform our dance at the Capitol. And hold on tight. I'm gonna use the back street. Bumpy ride. Underground Railroad? Are you allowed to be here? Maybe not. It's not like anyone else uses it anymore. I know of an exit near Treon Tower. Buckle up, because I'm about to let her rip. Alright. I'm assuming we'll go down there eventually. Could be potentially important. Oh, there's another car down here. There's a couple of hotties in the back. Hell yeah, that thing's got some awesome parts on it. It's our lucky day. There's another car in our tail. Must be some scumbags from the Blacklight District. Well, they ain't gonna catch me. They can eat our dust. They could not afford to pay for this cutscene. Alright, 5 minutes till your show starts. You're gonna make it in time. You all okay back there? I felt like I was in a car chase scene in a movie. My heart's still pounding like crazy. Yeah, but thanks, Van. Had it not been for you, we would have surely been late. You're in your debt once again. Hey, I'm just doing what any of your other fans would do if they were in my place. Anyway, I'm impressed you could handle my crazy driving and laugh about it afterwards. You two are made of sterner stuff. I mean, we won't deny it was a little scary. But we had faith you would keep us out of harm's way. We'll invite you to one of our performances in the future as thanks. I hope you'll be able to come. Yeah, please do. Looking forward to it already. I'll ask the others if they'd like to tag along too. Alrighty, we're almost there now. Good luck, you two. Thank you. In the end, Van was able to see the two sisters safely to Treon Tower. On his way back to the office, he listened to their performance on the radio, which seemed to be a roaring success.
I just know you and my sis would go great together.
Shahina, you're going to make Van feel awkward.
Yeah. Rank up, Dancing Veil Get. I wonder what that does. Bonds maxed, Spirit Droplets for Arts Defense. We need to go to Equip. Dancing Veil. Arts Evasion 3. Or 30. Okay. Pretty good. But, not super important at the moment. And nobody's wearing the Gladiator headband. Fixed. Who was that in the movie? Oh, it's the, it's the one movie that, Lena was starring in that people were complaining about.
What's next?
Next, 0. Anyway, Yume's disappointment. But this is for Aaron. Yume's has been looking at me with disappointment in her eyes as of late. Maybe I should have a talk with her in the office. Let's go. Dan went back to the office, bringing Yume upstairs with him. What's wrong? Come on, Yuz, cheer up already. Don't gotta be so mad. I'm not mad. I'm just really looking forward to it. The night before the previous work trip. Man, are you going on another work trip? Yep. Got some stuff in the city called Basel. Okay, you better behave for Agnes and Fairy, alright? I will, and you be a good girl while I'm gone, okay? Behave, I'll bring you back some snacks. Yeah, you promise me? If you do, I'll promise I'll be a good girl. Yep, promise, Yums. You forgot about the snacks. It's on my mind with everything that happened back in Basel. Awful. It's okay, you must have been really busy. I don't mind, I can always ask Grandpa for snacks. Nope, she totally minds. If she goes back looking like that, Victor's gonna skin me alive. So you're getting sent to the doghouse. Aaron, why are you here? Rude to listen in on people, you know. Yeah, you just need some snacks that are a little different, right? Hold on a sec. Just a thing. Aaron left and came back soon after, carrying some ingredients. Wow, Aaron, you can cook? Gotta learn when you live alone for so long. I don't think I'm as good as your grandpa. I'm not too shabby either. What you gonna make? Well, you'll see. Oh, that looks yummy. These are Mantel, right? Kinda similar, but not the same. Here you go, kiddo. Have a bite. Thanks. I don't know what Mantel is. It's so sweet, I love it. What's the matter? See tooth aching for a bite? I mean, yeah, I'm a little interested. Not like I'm dying to have one or anything, though. All an academic curiosity, since I'm a professional sweets connoisseur and everything. Alright, just shut up and try one. Your excuses are embarrassing. Mind if I do? What the? The subtle sweetness inside this round package and the buttery smooth texture from the filling reminds me of red bean paste. Is that egg? It's sweetest at its center, yet it also has the slightest hint of sourness to balance it out too. So many flavors all compacted together. It's sublime. Eating this warms my very soul. I knew letting you have one was a bad idea. So sweet and smooth and yummy. The dough is kneaded with honey, and the eggs got their seasoning before getting mixed in. Fillings hawthorn mixed with crystal sugar. Gives it a nice sweet variety, both in texture and sweetness. It also gives it gives it the nice acidity. Damn, look at you hiding these secret cooking talents behind the punk facade. I don't get what you guys are talking about, but you're amazing, Aaron. Hell yeah, I am. That's all you need to know about me. Hey, can I share them with Mommy and Grandpa? I want them to try too. Sure, there's plenty to go around. Better eat them while they're still hot. Hey, okay, I'll be back. Yume hoisted the plate of sweets and took off beaming. Thanks for that, kid. You saved my hide. Damn straight I did. You owe me for that, Chief. Yeah, I know. But you seriously caught me off guard. Didn't think you'd know your way around the kitchen. Well, I don't make sweet stuff all that often. Compared to how I was growing up, I like savory stuff better now. Where'd you pick this recipe up then? My mom used to make these all the time. She was a theater actress, just like me. They were a way of celebrating plays going well. I liked them a lot, when I was a kid at least. Huh, this acting runs in the family. Got it. She was pretty damn popular back in the day too. Anybody who knew anything about theater knew who she was, but if they had the sort of technology that we do now, man, I'm telling ya, she'd easily be up there with that Phoenix dancer chick from Mark and Seal. Really proud of your mom, huh? I mean, how can I not be? Raised my punk ass all by herself for radio's sake. I didn't have a dad growing up. It was the only family I ever had. It's the reason I'm into theater, you know. But she died before I got any good at it. She'd teach you how to make those sweets? Bingo. She taught me right as I started getting into theater. And now, then I don't think you gotta worry about it. Worry about what? Said they were a way of celebrating her plays being a success, right? She obviously taught you because she was already sure you'd succeed as an actor. And you know what? I bet you could do any. I bet you anything. She could already see you performing on stage, absolutely killing it. Probably knew from the start that you make it. It's what I think anyway. Damn it, where the hell did that come from? Aaron, I got a package for you. For me? What gives? I don't know, this lady on an orbital bike told me to give it to you. Said it was from Longport. Did? Hey, that's... Did you just make these? That's weird. There's a few letters, too. Figured you're probably getting lonely up and eat at the right about now, so I tried to make these the way your mom used to taste. Make us proud up there. Yours truly, Ashen. Yes, try not to be a pain in the butt to Van and everyone else there, okay? Hey, buddy. Ashen had me taste test these to make sure they'd be up to snuff for you. Keep your chin up and don't stop for nothing. It's what Sei and Huang would want. Sid. Damn it, Ashen. Mind your own business. What the hell is Sid doing here acting like he's doing me a favor just for playing taste tester? Bye. Those guys, I swear. I think what they're trying to say is that you've still got a family even if you don't have any blood relatives left. They still really care about you. Yeah. Are you lonely, Aaron? You want to play with me? Promise you'll feel better if you do. Sure, sport. Sounds like fun. What do you do with these, though? We're just gonna end up getting wasted. Ask Agnes and everyone else to come. Then we can eat them together. Sounds perfect. We'll make a whole party of it. Don't get too carried away, kid. Don't want the neighbors getting mad. Aaron did just as Yume suggested and had the rest of the agency over for a tasty sweets party. Once the impromptu party wrapped up, Van resumed his normal activities.
Yes, I owe you one.
That was
I'll
cute.
introduce you to a nice place I just know you'll like, old man.
Remarkable performer, SELM chain effect 5% up. And we still got one more to do. Upgrading the OrbitalNet. Taking into account things going forward, Patcher went out of his way to upgrade our OrbitalNet environment. I suppose this is an important bit of capital investment, eh? Yes, we'll do some shopping at the Orbital Cafe by the station. Dance group decided to take a short break. Report. Your purchases fit perfectly within your budget. Perfect. Man, having an expert on board really comes in handy when you're out shopping. Thanks, man. Got some nice deals on high-quality equipment there. Don't mention it. As long as I'm working out of your office, the stability of its orbital network access is really important to me. I was happy to help. If anything, I was surprised by how accommodating you were to everything I asked for. Well, Rosette's the software specialist. You're the hardware specialist. I obviously don't have bottomless pockets, so I can't accommodate for everything, but I trust your judgment on this. What's up? It's just, you're much different than would be expected from somebody running a shady business like yours. You barely know me. Taking that into account, I wouldn't expect you to extend such freedom and trust to me. Hey, you're the expert here. I'm not gonna butt in when I'm aware you know better than I do. Archive Solutions keeps growing and growing. All of your unique skills, and I'm not about to go waste them. So why not take advantage of my employees' knowledge then? I'm inclined to agree when you put it that way. Hey then, let's haul this stuff back to the office. Just can handle the installation? Of course. Orbital anomaly detected in the vicinity. Wonder if something happened. Monitor went out. Big screen's gone off. Wonder if it's lost power. Oh, there's some digital noise still present, so it can't be that. Must be a hardware failure. I'm going to go and speak to the person in charge. Understood. Hold up. Catra went to speak to the store's owner, who was just as perplexed, and agreed to let him handle repairing the screen. Theo, I need a full scan of the building's structure and wiring. Zeros, I need you to sniff out any signs of orbital leaks and burning. Understood. Commencing scan. Good dog. What are those things? Tai, you really couldn't stop yourself from butting on this one, could you? Excuse me, butting in? This is someone who clearly needs assistance, someone I can help. Grant's always said that the ultimate goal of technology and science should be helping people. So if I have the ability to be of assistance, then I'll do everything in my power to help them. Someone's gonna fault Professor Hamilton from dreaming big. But you gotta cool it. You ain't one of the three disciples. Those are some big shoes you're not gonna be able to fill. There ain't enough hours in the day to solve every problem you come across. So that's one of your principles as a Spriggan, is it? Not a principle, call it life experience. Analysis complete, Catra. Sending data. Good dog. Thanks, you two. If you're so pressed for time, Van, then you're more than free to leave. I can handle the rest myself. Sigh. Teenagers. Catra, Theo, and Zeros set about investigating the cause of the malfunction. They searched top to bottom and floor to wall to find the supposed faulty wiring. Well, I'm at a loss. This is more difficult than I anticipated. I was so certain this was a case of cable thermal degradation. Was I wrong? To cause something else? You're overthinking this, bud. If you don't intend to offer any actionable solutions, then kindly shut it. Damn, aren't we snippy? Fine, I'll help. Theo's scanner is shard-based, yeah? Tell him to do an ultrasound and infrared scan of the area. What? Why? Just give it a try. If I'm right, problem solved. If I'm wrong, you get to launch a snark attack. It's a win-win. The source of the problem has been identified. Are you for real? Guard search function coming in clutch. Tech's still in its infancy, though. There have been a few cases where it couldn't detect the degraded circuit. That came up during one of Marduk's tests a while back, but it looks like luck's on our side today. Got any replacement parts for him? Theo? Commencing search for compatible components. The screen was successfully repaired, and Station Street was restored to its usual lively form. Sigh. Literally can't catch a break. Finally get some free time, then work gobbles it up. My prior assessment was on point, it seems. You really are a strange person. 1 second you're heckling from the sidelines, the next you're giving me a hand. A boss with their salt helps their employees when they're in a bind. What I did wasn't out of the ordinary. Plus, we gotta set up the stuff we bought, so the sooner I can get you back, the better. Come on, let's go. We don't got all day. I still have much to learn. There's more knowledge to be gained under his tutelage than I expected. need to make the most of this opportunity. I want to have grown by leaps and bounds by the time I see Gran again. Ben and Catra returned to the office and installed the parts they purchased. Afterwards, they reunited with the others and got back to work.
I'll have to whip up the Engadine recipe I learned from Gran.
Engadine. Okay. So close. Okay. We will continue next time because it is getting quite late. So, till next time then, have a good night.